The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
You're watching The Shining Wizard. Wrestling Podcast. Mwah.
If I can just, I fucking hate everything about technology. I will stick to my guns when I said it. The only thing Tony is good for is setting up these stupid fucking videos. The beginning of, I don't know why the time bar was there for the whole intro. Oh, I fucking hate this shit. I hate this shit so much. I don't know why. Stop the screen. Get out of here. Get out of here, intro. Oh, my God. I'm sweating. I'm so angry right now. I'm sweating.
Yeah, that's why you're sweating.
Yeah.
No, we're good. I took like a couple dumps today. I've been eating fucking hot dogs all week. It's fucking bad. So
Me
many
too,
hot dogs
actually.
over from the opening day extravaganza.
Oh, yeah. The opening day. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, episode 735. It's an astronomical number. And it's time for some wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Double T.
And some Kevin.
Brundo. KJG.
Man, Tony's so good at that. I can't do any of this.
Oh,
How you guys
so
doing?
there's another thing he's good at then.
He's a great man.
He's good at
adding
look,
up.
If we needed like a producer, right? He'd be like the guy. Right? Think you just see him in his little tile down here, leaning back in his chair, right? Maybe eating a rice cake, drinking his mud water. He's not paying attention. He didn't watch Dynamite. He did watch the SmackDown. He told us about CM Punk being in the main event, so I'll give him that one. But for the most part, he's usually watching some fucking CV Offie, fucking Tyler Red fucking match from fucking Superstars 1987. Yeah, it's great. You know, if we were doing a fucking podcast about 80s wrestling.
He's trying to join up with Phil.
Oh, good luck. Yeah, Scott George, good evening to the Mets fan club. This fucking fraud over here. This fraud. No, what do you? I don't
What are you
understand.
talking about? Fucking fraud.
First of all, I don't think you like baseball. If you go to a baseball game, I think you'd enjoy it. But I don't think you're a baseball fan.
I fucking went to a baseball game last season.
Yeah, and you enjoyed it, but I don't think you're a baseball fan.
Hey, I tried to watch the Twins last season. They got blacked out. Couldn't watch them. Can't do it, right? Year before, watched the Twins a lot. Last season, couldn't. They weren't on TV. This season, back on TV. Guess what? I fucking watched them.
I'm going to go to the panel below me. KJG, if the Devils weren't, you couldn't watch them. You'd find a way to watch them, wouldn't you?
Yep, Gotham Sports app. I don't get the Devils on
on Comcast, so they are on the Gotham Sports app. So I have to, me and my buddy Eric from the Hat, we split the subscription, and we split it right down the middle, so I can watch every single Devils game, never miss a beat. Unless they're on ESPN Plus, which sucks. But then I have Disney Plus. I don't have the bundle, so I couldn't watch the CM Punk thing either.
Why would you just get the bundle?
It's a good point. I don't know. I didn't.
I don't think it's like a shitload more money.
No, it's like $5 more.
We'll get the fucking bundle.
I'm gonna get the bundle, but they only have like 3 games on ESPN Plus, so it's not.
Well, do you got Peacock with commercials too?
Yeah,
I feel like we've had this conversation.
What's wrong with that?
So what do you think? I'm doing a podcast in a basement. You think I'm paying fucking money over here?
Tony also has Peacock with commercials.
Me too.
I don't believe that for a second. Tony wouldn't do that.
You're out of your balls, bro.
No, but Tony found a hack though.
Oh.
He found that.
No, he looked in the mirror.
Yeah, that's right.
He's not here to defend himself. I'm going to go hard at him.
Oh, I like this.
He's going to murder me next week.
Tropic Al rocked a Dwight Gooden jersey today at work, Double T.
My guy. I've been talking to Al all week. Al texted me on opening day about baseball, not about some fucking Hobbit emergency he had.
Welcome to the show, Alan Daly. I look forward to hopefully meeting you one day in person. That'd be great.
Yeah, Alan Daly.
Dayley.
What the fuck is it? What do you got? We got a KJG apologist here now? Leave K. Who is this double T? Who is it? Take a guess.
I don't fucking know.
Gianna Martello.
I don't know who that is. But
Sounds
thank
like
you. That's right. Leave me alone.
Sounds like I wasn't. We weren't picking on him.
Hey, that's
a good point too.
If she's not here every week, does she know he doesn't have this?
She's happy Bobby Bonilla Day, and let's go Bucks.
Eat a shit, Gianna.
Oh, jeez. Thanks for joining us, Gianna.
All these people with the Bobby Bonilla Day bullshit. The Mets are not the only team that is. Guess who the highest player on the Reds is? Fucking Ken Griffey Jr. All right.
Yeah, Chris Davis.
Still getting paid by the Orioles. Fucking knock it off. Do your research, you fucking nerds.
There are 2 other teams that Bonilla is getting paid by, I think, too.
Yeah.
Dude, Chris Davis was he had like one good year, like epic year, and then what a flopperoo he became. Right?
Also, Gianna. Oh, Johnny. Sorry.
That's a
guy. I don't know.
Dude, it's Johnny.
Yeah.
It's Johnny. All right. Well, Johnny, the Bucks, first team in like 100 years to lose 3 games in a row, walk-off style. So enjoy that. I'm all fired up because of production. I'm sweating. This deodorant's working double time today.
Yeah,
double time.
Like you're fucking wearing it.
I am.
That's true.
I go into the gym in the morning. So when I come home, I got to take a shower. I got the whole day ahead of me. Got to put the deodorant on. I'm leaving the house. I'm running errands. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I smell great, though. Some Old Spice.
Wait, so you didn't just put the deodorant on right now? This is the morning's deodorant?
Deodorant's been on since I don't know. I got back from the gym at like noon. Took a shower. So since about noon o'clock.
So that's all right. So this is still the same application from earlier.
How many times do you apply fucking deodorant throughout the day?
No. I was just curious. I thought you made it like seem like you put it on for the show because you were sweating.
No, I had no intention of sweating before the show started. But then, are you counting how many times you put deodorant on, Hanson?
Yeah, I sure am.
Hold on, I got to show something. Which one of you guys is a Jets fan again?
Nah, that's not me.
There you go.
Hey, Brundo, you're developing quite the acid tongue lately, motherfucker.
Well, I'll tell you what, this motherfucker was at my house for opening day. I got my balls busted all day. Sniper McSniper face over here. It get really quiet. Zip didn't even see it coming. He'd fucking zing me, be on the fucking floor, bleeding out my asshole. He's yucking up the rest of these fucking assholes.
I had to give Aunt Money a break every once in a while.
Oh my God, everybody left. And my wife sat in the seat Aunt Money was sitting in. She just fucking busted my balls for 3 hours. It was like if you sat in that seat, you just fucking bust my balls all night.
Probably better than a Phil Reyes seat.
Smells like fucking hot dog water that's been on my sun porch all day. God, I gotta open a window. It's fucking hot as fuck in here.
I want to see a live. I want a reapplication of the Diode right now. Let's do it. That's good TV.
God, just reminded me of that. Are you guys Space Ghost fans at all?
He's dead.
The fucking episode where Willie Nelson's on, he's like, crack a window, and they just fucking laugh basically the rest of the episode, and every now and then be like, yeah, crack a window. Fucking Double T gets up to crack a window. That's where my head went immediately.
So I had an idea for an animated comedy show, and it was like, you know how like roast battles became like a big thing in stand-up comedy?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had an idea for a show called Space Roast, hosted by Space Ghost, and it was all animated, like real live roast, but in animated form.
And that motherfucker just died too.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah.
That would be, I would watch that. That would be amazing.
He's Space Ghost for sure.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you I'm an idiot?
Brendo, look at this guy.
Whoa, no, Tony, you're not. You're not, Tony.
My guy Matthew Birch popping in. Matt doesn't put on deodorant that much that when he actually does, he's amazed at how effective it is.
See, it's not just me.
I'm glad. I'm so happy that Matthew Birch is back in the chat.
Yeah,
definitely.
Love Matthew Birch. He's like been with us for a very, very long time. We got a fun show planned. We got Bay Ragni coming up in a little bit to talk Rasslecon, TWA One and Done. Bay Ragni, formerly known as Chubby Dudley. We have some WWE talk. We got WrestleMania season is in full effect. Punker is going to main event a night of WrestleMania, and it is not the favor Paul Heyman has promised him, so we'll talk about that. Raw happened in the old London this afternoon. We got an AEW pay-per-view this weekend. We got Dark Side of the Ring. We got homework to talk about, and we got
hard cut.
Forget. There we go. Thank you. No, I didn't make the video. That's an easy one. I just put it in the little media assets over here. Boom, it plays. So Friday, Maven, that's right, Maven Huffman, he released a video where he confronted or went and had a conversation with Just Incredible PJ Polaco about all the accusations against his past scams. And I watched this a good hour ago before I came up here, and let me tell you, what a fucking carny that Just Incredible is. Holy shit. Did any of you guys believe anything he said in this fucking video?
Nope.
I believe that his leg was injured. That's about it.
Oh, yes. His leg
Yeah.
gives B. Brian Blair's father a run for its money.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a tree stump I have in the backyard.
It's yikes. It's not a good leg. Not a good leg. But he's full of shit. Over and over and over again.
And God bless Maven for trying to believe in him and do the right thing, but it didn't take long for him to find out he was full of shit.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I do want to, I got to stop Polaco Watch for this.
Yeah. That's
the meltdown.
Yes.
Hi, Brian Adams. He will be at Pandora's Box June in New
Brian
Jersey.
Clark.
What I call
Brian Clark. Brian Adams.
Brian Adams. No, not Brian Adams. Oh,
The ghost of Brian Adams?
If Pandora's Box got Brian Adams and Brian Clark together, woo!
They would be crushing it.
That's a space ghost.
Yeah, that's what a callback. Brian Clark, he's going to be up at Pandora's Box in Jersey in June. I think we should get Brian Clark on the show pre his arrival at Pandora's Box and talk to him about that.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway,
Love a Brian Clark.
KJG, very quiet over there. I know you're a big PJ supporter. Did you watch the video?
I sure did.
All right, I'm interested to see what you have to say. I'm not looking for you to say, look, you feel the way you feel. I'm not looking for you to badmouth him. I just need to, maybe you have a different perspective than the rest of us.
I believe that he believes what he's saying, if that makes sense.
It does.
I
Very
believe
much
that
makes sense.
I believe that he thinks he's done nothing wrong, even though he had on the show he admitted that he wronged some people. I believe everything he's saying in terms of I needed to feed my family. I needed to do this. My son's in trouble, like whatever, he's handicapped, this and that. I believe all of that to be true, but I think part of him was trying to make other people believe something that wasn't 100%. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Like, he's either a real like dirtbag to his fans. He really had hardships. I think something in between is probably true.
So
which is usually the case. There's always three sides to the story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. So, like, to me, that's what I feel like.
So, KJG, let me ask you.
He subscribes to the George Costanza theory. It's only a lie.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because for the most part, I think you're right. I think there is three sides, right? And usually it's in the middle. Now, but I do have to ask you this, because in my personal experience with him, I talked to him. He said, yes, the book and the mask, send me the money. I sent you the book and the mask. I sent him the money. I have no book and mask. I followed up like 4 months later. Hey man, checking in. Yep, you're going to get it. I followed back up about 6 months after that. Yeah, man, you're going to get it. And I followed up a year after that. Yeah, man, you're going to get it. Nothing. Fucking nothing. No. So I'm like, that's the truth to the situation that I'm in with him. And I think a lot of other people are as well, where, hey, we're in on this. Here's the money. Nothing's coming in. So there can't be like another side to that situation.
No, I mean, if you're putting that situation in a vacuum in amongst itself, which you have every right to do, and I believe you, and because obviously you're telling truths. You're not lying. You're not fabricating anything. But I don't think his intent was to go out of his way to fuck you over or fuck anyone else over. I think what he said is true in terms of life got in the way and he was in over his head, and he made promises that he couldn't keep, which is wrong. And then he probably just didn't have the money to repay the people that he fucked. So, which is nobody's fault but his.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. But in like, when you say that, and again, there's some valid points there. When you go large scale, I have all these books and masks for sale, and go large scale on fucking over a lot of people. It just in that one, just in the book and the mask, right? Not talking about his other bullshit. You can buy this action figure from me. You can buy this t-shirt from me. Not talking about those ones. Like just the book and the mask. That's large scale, fucking a large amount of people over in one swoop. How did you not intend to do that? You don't have the book. You don't have the mask.
Yeah. I mean, all fair. All fair. But it's hard for me to...
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Part of me thinks that buy it now funded him putting it together. Maybe he's selling them at his gimmick table now.
Does he have a gimmick? Does he have a table?
I don't know if he's got a table. I don't know.
Have to show up.
That's true.
Well, we got our guy Gino Gott's here. What's up, Gino? Feel better? It'd be great if Maven made this a thing. The Chris Hansen of pro wrestling. Johnny said, I actually received my book and mask.
I think Johnny's full of shit.
And Buck Zumoff, hey, I can fool them all, especially when they're young.
Maven needs to make a jail trip.
Yeah, you know what? Also, there's so many wrestling podcasts out there, right? What are the odds that he would stiff not one but two people we know?
Yeah,
where they would send him money and he doesn't do their shows. Two people. It's like
that's perplexing because like that doesn't cost him anything,
right?
So like
that's just two people that the Wizards know,
right?
Not counting the countless other podcasts that he just didn't show up for. That's talking.
It's like he did it once and he figured out he could get away with it, and he kept fucking doing it.
You might be right.
Because this isn't like, it wasn't like, oh, I put these books up and I got really busy, or my wife got sick, or I got busy with work and my kid, and I just never got around to it and I fucked up. It was like he did it once with a book. Then he did a book and a mask. Then he did a figure. Then he's doing, and he's just he's just taking the money and running and blocking.
He said too that it cost money to ship it. I didn't ship it. Then, you'd think after the first one, I got to charge a little extra more for shipping.
Throw a couple ducks on top.
Yeah, but then it's like, if I'd mailed it, they know me though. I go to the post office all the time and mail kendo sticks. So you know how much it costs. Shit. He's talking out both sides of his fucking mouth. Yeah. He needs money to feed his wife and kid, but then the government's sending him Social Security checks to help out, and his wife has health insurance. So, like, you're just, at this point, I feel like you're just taking money to take money.
There is, I was talking to Duke about this, and Duke actually sent it over to me before you sent it to the group, Double T. And he said the problem with it is watching it, you can tell that there's absolutely zero accountability. None whatsoever. He doesn't come out and say, like, to everybody I fucked over, that's on me, my bad. Like, there's not even.
He kind of did.
No. He said he's made some mistakes. Sure. Like, you large scale fucked over a ton of people that consider themselves fans of yours.
I will say this though, because the documentary or the interview was 22 minutes long.
Yep.
So like we really only saw, and again, not that it's right, we really only saw 3 examples from 3 different people. Like and I'm sure the list is a lot longer than that, but it's not like it's not like we don't know the number.
You're sitting on a panel with somebody it's happened to. You know Phil Rhea and you know JP, and they all paid for something and didn't get it. That's 3 people in your bubble.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
And it's the wrestling community is so like it's so small, but it's also like so fucking spread out. Like, what are the odds that 3 people we know have gotten duped by this fucking guy? Maybe even more. They're just fucking embarrassed to tell you that PJ got him for a couple ducats.
PJ got JP?
Yeah. JP paid him to be on his podcast and he never showed up.
So it's Phil, it's JP, and
Handsome Kevin.
Okay, yeah. I thought there was a 3rd podcast. Yeah. All right. Yep. All right. When you're right, you're right.
He still hasn't been on that other one from a couple of weeks ago, as far as I know.
No, he hasn't. But there is on his Twitter. He did a Once Upon a Turnbuckle. They talked with him on the 26th, so 5 days ago. Excuse me, sorry.
Do you think Maven paid him for this?
I think that's the only way he did it.
I don't know, because when he gets to the building or wherever he's going, he introduces, like, he's like, "Oh, thanks for setting this up." I don't know. Maybe they seem like they were friendly though.
He had a lot of respect for PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, he made it very clear. Like this.
So I wonder. Like,
what do you have? An internet problems over there?
Yeah. Let me get out of here.
Oh, wow. Nope. I wasn't trying to get you out of here.
Well, see you later.
See you later.
No, I'm gonna restart the computer because it's got.
I mean, now you're good.
Okay. It's like Johnny. He was on Johnny's podcast. What are the odds that Johnny's actually PJ?
It'd be fantastic. Because then I watched this and I was like, I scrolled all the way through our fucking Twitter message because he's blocked us because I've gone after him like, hey, give Handsome Kevin his shit, and he blocked us at some point. Especially when he's like, "Oh, I'm selling things again." Like, no, like you're like, people need to stop this. You keep feeding the monster, he's gonna keep doing it. He'll do it for a week, and then he'll take a couple weeks off, and then he'll just do it again.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Maven's thing here, like this thing that we just watched, I wonder if that's gonna do more harm than good. Like, because Maven has a tremendous following. Yeah. Like, it's insane how his YouTube stuff is. So is this going to just empower PJ to do it more? Or because, at the end he does give the update and he says that he was like, he gave him the benefit of the doubt and he shouldn't have.
I mean, he said,
so I wonder if this is going to make it worse.
He says at the end of the video, like, unfortunately, like, apparently he no-showed a show this weekend. So we're 2 weeks away from the Minnesota show with Handsome Kevin. Things are heating up. And shout out to Matthew Birch. He's the one who shared that video with us on Twitter.
Rock and roll.
Fucking Polaco Watch.
Scratch that from the record. Scratch that immediately.
Oh, God. It's like fucking every time a bell rings, it's wing. Yeah. Jesus.
Didn't mean it. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do it. That's a dated ass reference.
Oh, so
Ross Perot.
Yeah, Ross Perot. Didn't want to do it.
Shout out to TJ Vegas too, support of the show for many years. He also sent us a message with a link to the PJ Polaco thing. So Polaco Watch is hot. People that are listening to the Wizards, they know the Polaco Watch is going on. And I reached out to Maven, and I thought I did it through the Wizards account, but I did it through my own account. He never responded, but I was going to try and see if he wanted to come on tonight, even if it was for like 5 minutes. I kind of told him like what Polaco Watch was, and he never responded.
Your good close personal friend Maven? You reached out to him?
Yeah. Oh man, this C4 is making me like throw up in my mouth.
Yeah, I thought about sending Maven all of the conversation between me and the Polaco Fund. Just to say, here it is, man.
Crazy town. Crazy town.
Fucking ridiculous.
Dude, it's so funny because both these guys, like Maven and Just Incredible, at one time, I was like huge fans of both of them. Like PJ was like my favorite ECW guy, and Maven was like my favorite WWE guy at one point.
Motherfucker, you were fans of him. I made my own fucking Eldo Montoya mask.
Oh,
a big Eldo guy.
Use Molly's underwear.
For the most recent model, sure, but yeah.
Look, I'm a KJG. He was always great to us up until a couple years ago when he started fucking scamming people. And if it's like, again, if it was like a freak accident, like no disrespect to JP, he was a nice kid, but he was just, I don't think he was cut out for podcasting, and maybe PJ knew that and he took advantage of him. Like, Phil's been doing this a long time, and Phil got like, now we're just like, what are we? We're just stealing from people to steal from people. It's unfortunate that you're in the situation that you're in, but like, this isn't the answer, dude.
Well, yeah. So it is unfortunate that he's in the situation that he is in, but there's two things, man. You don't fucking like your position, change your fucking position. All right. And you don't do that by fucking other people over. Right.
I mean,
your situation,
you're fucking other people. You should change positions.
Your situation is yours. It's yours to own. It's yours to change. Right. And you're not going to change it by fucking people over and doing the same thing. You're not going to change your fucking situation by doing this. It's fucking ridiculous. And like, sure, circumstances might be bad. Sure. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there that have worse circumstances that are doing okay for themselves and not fucking other people over.
No shit.
That's what I'm saying, Tony. Thank you.
All right. So Polaco, this is like, I feel like a swell. Like, I'm getting excited. Not as excited as I was to watch Hansel Kevin's Homework 2 weeks ago, but I'm getting excited for
was my homework make a move for you?
Well, when you like told us what the homework was, like, because people have been like, but you said, like, I have like friends I go drinking with who don't watch wrestling at all, but they listen to the podcast. And my buddy Harry's like, shout out to Harry, because he made a reference to whatever we were talking about when you stick something in your pee hole the other night we were out drinking. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he was like, you guys talked about it on the podcast like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh, I don't remember. He was like, Harry was like, dude, you were excited for Hansel Kevin's Homework. And I was like, motherfucker.
My man, Harry.
I'm like, I say a lot of shit during the show and I don't remember half of it. But now, like, we're like 2 weeks away. Polaco Watch. Does he show up at the show? Hansel Kevin's hat. Like, this is exciting. This is very exciting. Like, that Monday, I'm going to be tuned up.
Me too, man. Me too.
Not as much.
Not gonna lie.
Not as much as I'm going to be tuned up for May 3rd at Rasslecon. Excuse me.
Rasslecon.
Rasslecon at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Bay,
you better be fucking tuned up.
All right, let's take that fucking gross hat off first of all.
Man, yo, come on, look at that. That's right there. Champion. How about that?
I don't know. Aren't you in like fucking Nashville or something?
I am, but my heart is always in Philly. My Eagles.
All right. Well, this has been fun, Bay. Have a great night.
See you guys.
Oh, shit. Fix it. Is it right? No.
You gotta
I'm
drag
doing it. I'm doing it.
All right, you do it. All right.
All right, I got to answer real quick because I saw you're doing something on
I got
PJ, and I'm out of the loop. But how is he doing? Is he all right? Is he still having some trouble?
He's just fucking everybody over. It's cool.
Okay.
There was a Maven, former WWE wrestler Maven, wanted to kind of talk to him about all the accusations that have been going around that he's scamming people out of. He's selling his merchandise on social media. He's having people send money to him, and he's never sending the money out. Handsome Kevin on the panel, one of the wizards, he's a victim of this. So
really,
oh yeah,
yes,
yeah, he fucked you over.
But then Handsome Kevin also is an independent wrestling manager, and he will be on the same show as PJ in 2 weeks in Minnesota. So to Polaco Watch is to see if he actually shows up and the hilarity that ensues if he does show up.
Interesting.
We're very.
I want to come back in 2 weeks now. I want to know what happened.
We fucking hooked him. Now look, this motherfucker Joel Goodhart last week. He fucking came at me, Bay. He was busting my goddamn balls because I gotta work my job. I can't be driving. Look, no one wants to drive to Philadelphia more than me on May 3rd for Rasslecon and TWA One and Done. But I gotta pay the bills, bro.
Yo, bro, I gotta fucking pay the bills too, and I'm flying to fucking Nashville. I'm literally flying up, and May 4th, I gotta be at the airport at 5 a.m. to get on a plane for 7 a.m. to get back home and get my ass back to work.
Well, you better be easy at that Holiday Inn event afterwards.
You know.
Bay Ragni joining
that
us.
Side to me.
Bay was on the show a couple months ago, and he was really adamant on getting Joel and Tony Stetson and DC Drake and Larry Winters and Johnny Hotbody all on the banner. And now it's coming to fruition on March 3rd in Philadelphia. How much joy does that bring you?
Honestly, I can't believe it's happening. Something that started out on, it might even have been this show. Like,
yeah, it was.
It probably, because you fucking guys set me off, and I went on a tirade about banners in the arena, and that like turned into a whole campaign that took on a life of its own. And next thing I know, Goodhart calls me up and he says, "Hey, I think we should restart Tri-State Wrestling Alliance. I think you're building something here." I said, "I think you're fucking crazy." And he kept calling me. And after a couple of weeks, he finally pitched the idea of, how about we just do one show and we call it One and Done? And I was like, well, now you have my attention. So we started putting all the pieces together and building it. At the same time as working the petition to get to 1,000 signatures, and we got the 1,000 a couple weeks ago. And number 1,000 was Todd Gordon. Todd was like waiting for like 2 months. He called me up. He's like, "I want to be number 1,000. I want to be the one to put it over." I'm like, "All right. Well, when we get close, be on standby." So we were at like 980, and I texted him. I'm like, "Get ready. It's coming. It's coming soon." And it happened that night.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I signed, Bay. I signed. I was a sign.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you looking forward to the most on May 3rd? Is it the actual Rasslecon, or is it some of the TWA matches that will be presented to us?
How about May 4th when it's over and I can just relax, I think, hopefully. No, honestly, like the Rasslecon, doing all these conventions, but this Rasslecon is going to really be emotional. Seeing everybody, it could be the last time I see quite a few of these guys or girls in person. So these things are always they're like, like school reunions. So they're always fun. They're always a blast. but this one is going to be very emotional, and especially the show. The show, the way I had it, I've been blessed and honored. Like Joel asked me to be the booker for the show and book the show, so the way I have it booked out, I mean, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster ride, and we're going to have highs and lows and cheers and jeers and a whole lot of tears through this show a couple times. So yeah, it's really going to be. I truly feel the show of the year. I really do.
Now Joel claims that you and him have no idea who Shane Douglas's mystery partner is, and I think that's a bunch of horseshit, Bay.
I'm not going to say a word.
How do you like that, Joel? Wherever you are, I hope you're listening.
I want to say something so bad, but I shouldn't because he'll call and he'll holler at me.
Don't ruin it for.
No. Believe me, I am not going to ruin. Look, we have the mystery partner surprise, and there's quite a few other surprises that night. Like, if you miss this fucking show, you go look for PJ somewhere. I don't know what to tell you. Like, seriously, this fucking show is going to be the independent wrestling show of the year. Look, if you look at WrestleMania night 1 and 2, this show is going to be better than night 1 and 2 combined. I'm telling you right now. Be there. May 3rd, 2300arena.com. Get your tickets. Don't be a jackass.
That's right.
It's a good slogan. I like it. Get your tickets. Don't be a jackass.
Don't be a jabroni. Be there. May 3rd.
Joel's trying to tell me he's trying to sell me T-shirts last week, but I can't wear it to another TWA show.
Hey, it's all history in the making. Every part of this, including the documentary, which I can't wait for everything to come together with that as well. We'll be filming that day and night for the documentary.
Did we talked a little bit about it with Joel? Did you get a chance to kind of read a little bit of his book?
No, I haven't seen nothing of the book yet.
Yeah, I thought you guys.
It's literally still being. It's finalized. Like the author Scott Seal, he actually reached out to me for a quote for something like 3 weeks ago, and it was get ready to go to the printers.
Do you think Tony Khan's got it out for you guys because he's going to run the night before in Atlantic City?
Okay, okay. Guess what? I can fucking talk about this one. All right, because I got the email from Mike Johnson a week ago. Mike Johnson, PW Insider. Fucking love Mike, and Mike has been a huge help and supporter of this whole TWA reunion and everything. And I'm literally, it was I think last Saturday night, 2 Saturdays ago. I lay in bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get an email from Mike Johnson. Can you push the show back? That was the headline of the fucking thing. I'm like, what is he talking about? I open it. He goes, AEW Ring of Honor is running Atlantic City, May 2nd and 3rd. I was like, you motherfuckers. I'm like, so then I got to tell Joel. And Joel was like, why is everybody so scared of us? I said, I want to do a video. Let me. Can I do a video? Can I talk about it?
Yeah.
And he was like, do it. I was like, oh my God, he's letting me fucking do it. I haven't done it yet because I had to do another video the other day. But I'm going to say it here. What is Tony Khan's fucking issue with Joel Goodhart and the TWA? Because everything I see, like, I don't watch their product, but when I'm seeing a guy sticking nails in his fucking back and all this other hardcore shit they're doing, where did they get it from? Fucking Tri-State Wrestling Alliance. If you go down the fucking evolution of wrestling, it all goes back to TWA. For some reason, I feel Tony Khan, maybe not, because you hear he doesn't know what he's doing with his product and with his shows and everything, but he's running 2 weeks before a pay-per-view in Philly. And then the night of the biggest independent wrestling show of the year, he decides he's going to run an hour away. Are you a fucking stunad or what? What are you doing? Why? First off, why are you trying to fuck with history? And why are you trying to fuck with the thing that was the biggest influence in what your product you're gearing towards. It doesn't make sense. He obviously is either jealous of Joel Goodhart, the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, the history, trying to make. I don't get it. Don't understand it. But big mistake, as always, it seems like, from Tony Khan.
I'm sure you pull a better crowd anyways. I'm sure of it.
Honestly, quite a few people have said that to me.
Yep.
Which look, and in the grand scheme of things, we're one and done. We're not doing any more shows after this. I promise everybody. This is it. This is truly going to happen. That's another thing we should talk about. But I don't want to see AEW fail. I don't want to see Ring of Honor fail. I do want to see it succeed. I want to see, the guys and girls of this locker room or that locker room be successful, make a living, support your family, and put on a great product and give some competition to WWE and let's have some fun. But out of this whole great giant country we have of a 3,000-mile radius or whatever it is, you got to pick an hour away, not even an hour away from. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
He's scared. He's very scared.
Well, okay. Scared is a good word too, because I've been approached by quite a few people in the last few weeks that are scared that Joel Goodhart is going to repeat history and cancel May 3rd. It's not being canceled. Let me tell you something. So much money has already been spent. It's not being canceled. Deposits have been made. Flair, building, all the airline tickets have been paid for. He actually sent me this afternoon the itineraries and what he paid. The May 3rd is happening. It's going to happen. It's not being canceled. Don't be scared. Go to 2300arena.com and get your tickets before you're left out down the street at Tony Luke's. And you're eating a sandwich wishing you could be inside watching the greatest wrestling event of 2025.
So obviously you alluded that you can't wait for this to be over, and not because you want it to be done, but take us behind the scenes, the responsibilities that you have taken on, Bay, setting this up. What is a day in the, because I know just trying to get you and Joel and Glenn and Tony Stetson set up on the show, it's taken some time, and it's not because you're PJ Polacoing us.
I was just on another show a half hour before I came on the show. This is just for like the next 2 weeks. And there's other ones that are being penned in between. Like so many podcasts being booked, thanks to guys like you and other shows that want to talk to all of us and be part of this and help us build this and promote this. But another big reason that I agreed to do this with Joel was he said, we'll do it a year out. It's now, 11 months into this. There's still so much work to do. And all this to build one show one day has been a fucking major undertaking, because there's been, we booked it so far in advance, and then we announced it so far in advance because I wanted to get it out there and jump the gun on people like Tony Khan and anybody else that was going to announce shows for that date. I'm like, let's get it out there. And it's been pushing and pushing and pushing. And then also stuff has come up and stuff fell by the wayside and things didn't happen that we wanted to. So it's been a day in, day out roller coaster. I talked to Joel, I mean, easy 5 times, sometimes 10 times a day on the phone. I've probably been cursed out a half dozen times a day for the last year. I'm constantly being told, you're an asshole. This is all your fault. Like, I just wanted to pay tribute to some guys. That was my plan.
So how do you balance with a show like this, One and Done, obviously? How do you balance the nostalgia factor with showcasing young talent on the independent scene? How hard is that? Difficult for you to do, or is it not so much?
You know what? And I'll be totally honest. When I first sat down and I presented my initial idea to Joel, what I originally wanted to do was, because it was the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, and we don't have a Tri-State Wrestling Alliance anymore. We don't have a locker room of modern day talent to choose from. I said, Joel, why don't we do this? Why don't we pick and try to partner with the top federation that's from Delaware, Jersey, and Pennsylvania? Have them give us a championship match. They can book their match. It's their championship. Let them book the match. And then, so this way now we have 3 matches. And then do a 3-way dance to crown a TWA champion. I'm like, that books half the show, and you have modern day young talent in the ring. And then we can mix in the nostalgia and sprinkle it all throughout. So as we were trying to do that, people didn't want to play with us. We had a couple, but it just wasn't working out. So then we ixnayed that idea, and we only stuck with 2 local federations. One being ECWA, Ryan Cavanaugh, who has been part of this from day one. And also he's the one behind the documentary on Joel. And Bell to Bell, Missy Sampson, who I've known for 30 years now. And, you know, she was one of the first people I called as well, because let's face it, the women in the wrestling today probably are delivering better matches than the guys 90% of the time, I feel. So I know Missy has an amazing eye and brain for this business. And I wanted to be able to partner with her and have her give us her best 2 girls to showcase. So we luckily now have a bell-to-bell championship match with Gabby Ortiz taking on the Notorious Mimi.
Man, that's awesome. Bay, you talked about, you know, some of the headaches, obviously, with you getting cussed out and the itinerary and all the work that you've put into it. And
I get cursed out, but it's all in fun. I get to curse him out back, so we're having fun. We are having fun.
But it's you know, it's clearly a labor of love. Like, clearly, what has been the thing that you've taken the most joy out of throughout this process?
You know, with this show and any of the shows that I've promoted and booked in the past, the way I do it, like, I literally have it playing in my head, and I can feel what's going to work and what's not going to work, and I'm usually pretty dead on. And the things that I have planned, and the placement and the pops and things that are going to happen, the surprises that are going to happen, I can't wait. I'm like a fucking kid at Christmas. Like, I can't wait to let everybody in on the secret and see what's going to happen.
We are excited for it. And hopefully you guys take the opportunity, if you're in the tri-state area, to get down to the 2300 on May 3rd. You get the Rasslecon in the afternoon, noon to 3:30. You can meet Ric Flair, Tessa Blanchard, Super Crazy. Darius Carter's there, which we love Darius Carter. I think he's like
amazing talent.
One of the best unsigned talents out there right now.
Agreed.
Jesus, Francine's there, Shane Douglas. I mean, if you're an ECW.
There was a new announcement too. I don't know if you guys heard this yet.
I don't know. Is it on your social media, Bay? I'm looking at your Facebook right now.
Not.
Twitter.
It's not.
Fuck,
it's not. It's not. Just announced the other day.
The Mr. Joel.
Yeah, he'll be there too. But how about Tully Blanchard will be in the house now?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, Tully will be at Rasslecon. You know, could it happen where Tully wants to be in the corner to support his daughter and Baby Doll wants to be in the corner to support her daughter? We don't know. We'll find out May 3rd. But as a parent, I know where I'd want to be. I'd want to be in the corner to support my daughter.
You just couldn't help yourself.
That's right.
I don't know. I don't think Tessa can trust Tully. I see a swerve coming.
You don't trust Tully?
Nah, I don't think she could. I don't think she should trust him. Swerve there. Yeah.
Bay, putting this all together, is there somebody from the TWA family or the ECW family that you really wanted to be there, and for one reason or another they just couldn't make it?
Steve Richards.
Oh yeah.
He just I went through wrestling school with Richards at the TWA. We became good friends over the years. He's the one that got me in ECW as a Dudley. We called Stevie very early on, and he is at the stage of his life that he doesn't want to take bookings, whether it's for conventions or for matches. He just wants to do his podcast, and that's his contribution to the wrestling world. And I get it, I get it, but I feel this would have been, this was where his whole career began. I think he should be there. He truly should be there.
As a quick aside, before we wrap things up with you, how often, if ever, do you see any of the members of the Dudley family?
Very, very rarely. I saw Devon October, I think it was. I did a signing here at a sports card show in October, and there's a local guy here that books me on his stuff, and Devon was literally booked like the last second, but Devon was there. Flair, Luger, Lawler, the Steiners, but that's the last time I saw Devon. I haven't seen Bubba in like almost 20 years.
Oh, just go on Twitter. He's always on there.
Hey, I know.
I saw you shared, and I think we talked about this last time, but it never gets old. You were a part of ECW 30 years ago, and then here we are. WWE has this A&E LFG show, and they're watching Dudley stuff, and you're still a part of it.
Yeah, that's funny because I don't have this subscription to watch A&E, so I'm like, I saw the first episode. I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun show, but I haven't seen like since the first episode. So last week, a friend of mine, Magic Mike, goes, you were on WWE. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he sent me the screenshots. I was like, oh shit. So now I'm like, I want to see what they did, how it came into play.
I think I haven't watched the show at all, but I know there's one kid that like him and Bully like are just going at each other constantly. Yeah. But I haven't watched the show. I don't know. It's not for me. I guess I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I honestly have I can't even keep track of what the fuck I'm doing with my life. So I'd be lying if I told you why I'm not watching it.
Hey, if you're my age and you're still saying that, because I am.
Well, I mean, you're doing great things though, Bay. Like this is awesome.
It is. It really is. I'm
sure, like at this moment, you can't put into words what it means when you were standing in the 2300 arena when that banner goes up. But I think all the stress, the aggravation, this and that leading up to May 3rd, when you're standing in that arena and that banner goes up, I think that feeling is going to be priceless. And I think Joel and company, the fans, everybody there, I think they owe it to you.
I'll really be getting cursed out then. Look, it's. I mean, I break Joel's balls because when I was in wrestling school, the big thing was in the wrestling business you got to be able to flip. I can't fucking flip. I couldn't flip. So as people like Steve Richards and other people would come in, they would come in, be trained, and 3-4 months later they're getting their first match. And here's fucking Bay still trying to flip, for 2.5 fucking years. And Joel would not let me have my match until he brought in Buddy Landell and Paul Orndorff to work with me. And Landell said to him, yo, give him his fucking match. The kid could fucking work. Just give him a match. So lo and behold, I was set to debut, and then Joel pulled the plug on it. But, I break Joel's balls now. I said, the whole fucking meaning of life for you to keep me around and keep pushing me to do it and believing in me wasn't about me being in the ring or a wrestling career. It all comes to 32, 33 years later to do this show. That was the whole reasoning of me and you meeting and coming together, was to be able to put this show on for you.
And our guy, Matthew Birch, he says in the chat, the reason they were showing the students of LFG, Jesus Christ. They were showing the students of LFG each of the coaches' debut matches, so it was shown when Bubba was rewatching his debut in ECW.
That wasn't even his debut, though. That was from November to Remember 95. He debuted a little before that, but that moment is honestly one of my favorite fucking moments, because every time I have gone back over the years and saw that, I just bust up laughing because of referee John Finnegan's face in the background. He's like, he's covering his mouth, shaking his head like, you fucking idiots. And he's trying not to like bust up, but that always just cracked me up.
So I was gonna make WWE didn't want to show his debut match because it was against Rock and Rebel, but his debut match was against Axl Rotten a month before that, November to Remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Bay, this has been awesome. We're so thankful for your friendship and the fact that you come back on the show and that you are doing this amazing thing. May 3rd, Rasslecon is 12 to 3:30. You can meet Ric Flair, Tessa Blanchard, friends of the show, Gabby Ortiz, Darius Carter, the new Backseat Boys are there. Justin
Graysons,
and
baby.
The Graysons, they're awesome. Super Crazy, Shane Douglas, Francine, Johnny Stetson, Tony Stetson. I'm just fucking pulling names out of here. PC Drake, Glenn the Maniac Osborne, who will be on the show in a couple weeks. It's just, if you were a wrestling fan of the East Coast in the 90s, this is the place for you. You go down, you get to Rasslecon, you meet all these guys, you get some autographs, then you stay. The 2300 Arena is beautiful, by the way. Now you get some food and drink while you wait, and then boom, TWA One and Done at night. It's a no-brainer, and if you're going to be in Philadelphia.
That place was a shithole. It is now like the Sistine Chapel compared to what it was.
That's beautiful. A couple years ago, I went down there for the first time since it was redone, and the people I was with were like, where was I'm like, I can't fucking tell you where anything in, because I don't even believe this is the same building.
I feel the same way. The last few times I've been there, I've literally stood there and I'm like trying to make heads or tails of where things were.
It's beautiful. The place is beautiful. You go in the men's room, they got that beautiful ECW mural on the wall.
They got flushing toilets. I'm happy for that.
Big. That's big.
The water actually fucking runs.
That's huge.
Bay, this has been great.
And they have air conditioning. Jesus Christ, that thing was 130 degrees in there.
The place was gross. It was a fucking shithole, but it was our shithole, and we loved it. We loved it. Bay, we love you. This is great.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. 2300arenas.com. Get those tickets.
Yeah, and we'll
Maybe
be talking
PJ
next.
show up too.
You think he's the Mr. Is he the mystery opponent partner?
Hey, Joel has said he don't know, and Joel also said it's somebody that's not at Rasslecon, so you never know.
Yeah, well, the way PJ's going, he's not anywhere.
Rough. I can't wait to hear this. I got to hear this update in 2 weeks.
Oh, I can't wait.
I hope PJ gets his shit together, man. Come on, it's time.
Yeah, no, we're with you, man. He was really we had a great relationship with him before he started dicking people over. It's unfortunate.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Bay,
Thanks
thank
again,
you.
Bay.
We'll
Good
talk
luck with
soon.
everything.
We'll maybe we'll have you back on.
Over.
Yeah, no, stop with that. God. At least it's not a Phillies hat. The nasty fucking Phillies with the stupid Philadelphia fanatic. It's not even the real thing. It's a made up mascot.
Jeez. Hey,
It's made
hey,
up.
hey,
It's not a thing.
hold
Uh-oh.
that thought. Hold
He's
that
getting
thought.
something.
Come on.
There it is.
Is
Look at that.
Your hat to shit in?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
fucking rough, guys. Fucking
I
rough.
can't with the Phillies. I'm a Mets fan. I can't with the Phillies. I can't.
Yeah.
You know, my
Even
Mets
worse.
hat on. Not
Okay,
this
come on.
fucking showed with his. He just wears hats to wear hat. Fucking handsome.
It's a good hat. Actually, I have a Phillies hat too. There, Bay. It's upstairs.
There you go. Hey,
Use that as your shit hat too.
Thank you, Bay, man. You have a,
All
you
right,
have a great
guys.
night.
Thanks again, Bay.
take care.
Bay, have a great night. Bay Ragni at Bay Ragni on the Twitter machine. That is Chubby Dudley. If you guys don't know, I only found out who he was when he was on the Apron Bum podcast, which me and Brundo recorded an episode for.
Oh, yeah.
Last night with Kyle, and that'll be dropping April 9th. So after whatever weird puppet shit we have to do next week.
That's right.
KJG, is there any? Have you and Tony come up with anything, or do we just have to have a puppet, the three of us?
Yeah. As far as I know, it's just puppets galore.
I would like to do no puppets galore.
Wait. What's puppet date?
Next week.
Next
dude.
week.
Oh, fuck my ass.
Get on Amazon, pal. I just did.
I have my dates mixed up. All right. I got it. I'll figure it out.
You have your date. You gave us the wrong date for when PJ was going to be on the show with you. Now you don't know. I should have said nothing, and then you would have showed up without your homework, and we would have seen what Big Daddy Tony would have done to his star pupil when he doesn't have his fucking homework.
Be all right. All right. I got to figure it out. It's cool.
I dig it.
See, no, that's what would have happened if he forgot. That's
Puppet-
the PJ puppet.
Puppet
Just doesn't show
Polaco, huh?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
I'll be there, guys.
Puppet watch.
You got a jock strap, just put it on your hand.
I was going to send everything out. Then I found out you had to pay to ship shit.
But you finally go to the post office. Now you think you know how everything works, huh? Well, we got more to talk about. The road to WrestleMania is hot and heavy. AEW has a pay-per-view this weekend. Brundo dropped some great homework in our laps. Much better than last week's homework. KJG has an assignment for us, and it'll all be here next.
Back after this.
Let's see if this fucking works.
Back after that.
Each and every one of you for tuning in every week to listen to the Shining Wizards. Here are some other ways in which you can support the show. If you shop on Amazon, visit amazon.shiningwizards.com and shop the way you always do. You'll pay the same low prices, and a portion of your purchase will help support the show. If you'd like to buy a Shining Wizards t-shirt, visit merch.shiningwizards.com to visit our pro wrestling tee store, and select from over a dozen great designs. You can also become a Patreon supporter at patreon.shiningwizards.com, where we offer bonus content, producer credits, special legend shows where you participate in the show, and so much more. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts and watch the show live on social media. Don't forget to like, rate, review, and subscribe. Your continued support helps us to keep bringing you the best in professional wrestling podcasting.
It's time for your weekly lineup of shows on the Shining Wizards Network. On Mondays, it's the latest from Gorilla Brain, featuring the Year of Duke and Rogue, covering a year's worth of classic wrestling, and the Tots Pod, introducing the world to wrestling action figure collecting. Also on Mondays, it's 30 Screams or Less, a weekly review of horror movies in 30 minutes or less. On Tuesdays, it's the Shining Wizards, covering everything in the world of pro wrestling. On Wednesdays, it's the Mark Order Podcast, keeping you up to date on everything AEW. On Fridays, it's Horns Up, as radioactive metal brings you everything in the world of heavy metal music. On Saturdays, it's the ROH Revelry, covering everything in the history of Ring of Honor. And on Sundays, it's the Inconclusive Breakdown, featuring weekly top 10 drafts and keeping you up to date on everything happening in the world. The Shining Wizards Network is also the home to other great shows, like the Broadcast, your watch-along podcast from Down Under, featuring some of the greatest matches and movies in history. Turnbuckle throwbacks, paying homage to the greatest shows in the history of pro wrestling. Wrestling Night in Canada, a focus on wrestling with a north-of-the-border spin. And Going Underground, a show that takes you back through the history of Lucha Underground. Enjoy all of the amazing shows on the Shining Wizards Network, available wherever you listen to podcasts and at shiningwizardsnetwork.com. It's the Shining Wizards Network. Entertainment here.
You ever find yourself in the men's room and you've had one windjammer that's stuck in your butthole and it just doesn't want to come out no matter how hard you push or try to cut it? You need to get yourself a pair of turd tongs. With a comfort tip and a cushion grip, it's the easiest way to get those windjammers out of your butthole. And if you act now, you can get the bonus butt scraper absolutely free. Get a set for your car, put a set in the office, have one in each bathroom in your home. Turd tongs and the butt scraper will absolutely help you. You'll be so happy, you'll want to spend every waking moment in the men's room, even if you don't have to go to the bathroom. So get on the phone right now. Call 551-333-1030 for only $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling, or send check or money order to Turd Tongs at the address on your screen.
Well, make sure you get them turd tongs, people. We're back. We're back from break. Special thanks to Bay Ragni for joining us. Remember, 2300 Arena, May 3rd, Rasslecon and TWA One and Done. My guy Johnny, he says, this is great stuff. Guys, you definitely got a sub from me. He also says, if anyone wants an Aldo mask, I got one. My man, Willie Mercer Jr. says, what's up, Wizards? Recovering from hernia surgery. Will, I hope that's going well. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Al Day says you'll get your turd tongs before you get your PJ merch. Brundo, Pete Alonso hits a grand slam and Brundo gets his hat.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking love it.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right. Gentlemen, we are, not only are we 2 weeks away from Polaco Watch, and maybe a conversation for off the air, but do we continue Polaco Watch after?
I think you
the
have
Minnesota
to.
show.
Yeah.
Right? People are tuned in for that.
You mean the Minnesota No Show?
Oh. We are less than 3 weeks away from Wrestlemania.
Oh, baby.
WrestleMania 41. Gentlemen, how are you feeling? Let's talk about SmackDown first.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, shit.
You mean?
I got it. Hold on. Give me a second. Too much fucking commercials and all the goofy shit. God,
that was unfair. That was unfair of me. I shouldn't have.
No,
I
it's
shouldn't
not.
have dropped that
I should have been on it, KJG. Don't ever apologize.
Smack Deezy. Smack Deezy.
Right. There it is.
Smack Deezy.
As the WWE world turns, we find out on SmackDown.
Uh-oh.
CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns will main event one night of WrestleMania. CM Punk is overjoyed. He said, Roman Reigns said, you need to get on your knee, give me the finger, acknowledge me. And he does, and then he says, Philip says, this is not the favor. Oh! How are we feeling about this, guys?
Ooh, I'm actually kind of excited about it, boys. I mean, I think that this is going to main event night one. That's been confirmed. So I believe that I don't think CM Punk's business is going to be done on night one. Oh, how about that? How about that, Brundo?
Yeah, I don't think. I think you're correct there. I'm very excited for this match too. I mean, it's three of the top talents that they have, and they're gonna be fucking just like amped to the gills to put something on that's great. So this should be a great closing of the night.
So I'm pumped about the match. Like I think it's going to be very entertaining. I think it's going to be a great match. But like part of me that it's still like I still have that old mindset. Like I need a title to close the show. You know what I mean? Like I'm still, and I don't know that'll ever change. In my head, I got to be a title to close.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
How did you feel about the main event? Maybe like 2 or 3 WrestleManias ago about the tag team titles main eventing.
Yep.
You're
I was okay with it. Yep. Tag team titles, like perfectly okay with that. World title, perfectly okay. Men's, women's, doesn't matter. IC title, I don't think closes, but I was perfectly fine with it still being like it was the tag team championships to close that night one. Perfectly fine with that, but I still have that mentality. I don't think that's ever going to change. Like I don't think that's going anywhere. I want a title to close the show.
You'd like to have that visual of someone holding a belt at the end of a show for sure. I agree with you 100%. But like this, like to use a fucking terrible corny phrase, this hits different. Like this is like total main event. Like, and like I said before, I don't think CM Punk's WrestleMania ends on night one.
Why do you say that?
I think he's walking out WWE champion.
Really?
Yeah.
And how is that going to happen?
I don't know. I think that favor, like Matt mentioned before, that this isn't the favor that I'm owed. I think CM Punk. I think John Cena beats Cody. I think CM Punk beats John Cena in some sort of fakakta Hulk Hogan Yokozuna Bret Hart shit.
Nah,
I'm seeing it.
Interesting.
Out there right now.
Very interesting.
I could see it. The only way I can see it is that he somehow gets interjected into the Yeet Gunther match. Like that's the only way.
All
That's
right,
probably
so,
going to be night one though too. I would think, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So all right, fair. That's actually a good point. I didn't think about that because he's still technically on Raw. So if he was going to walk out a champion, it would make more sense that it would be the World Heavyweight Championship and not the WWE Championship. But I feel like you could easily make that pivot with CM Punk and Cena, and then you have then WrestleMania Backlash. You have Cena Punk 2. I don't know. I have a weird feeling that CM Punk is walking out of night 2 with a WWE Championship. Just me.
I mean, I'd be fine with it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd be totally okay with it. I just don't know how they're going to get there. But with a lot of what they're doing right now, you don't necessarily know how they're going to get there and where they're going. And that's the fucking thrill ride that the WWE has had us on.
Yeah, and I think they're really good at giving you little hints. And then after it happens, you look back and go, oh, fuck. Oh, like the Naomi video package they played on SmackDown, and then she beats the dog shit out of B-Fab for saying something to Jade Cargill.
Yo, that underestimated, underappreciated.
Thunder. That was Thunder.
I thought they canceled that.
And the cats. Give me. Sorry, that really just threw me for a fucking loop. I gotta go close the windows, guys. Give me a second.
I'm gonna pick up where Matt left off in terms of the Naomi stuff. I think, like I said, the most underrated, underappreciated, unnoticed, but sneaky fucking good character development is how they've booked Naomi. Since the reveal that it was her that took out Jade, which I suspected all along, but that's neither here nor there, Brundo. But it's been a high point, and it's been an unexpected, super duper surprise, especially with their character development, new gear, all this stuff, and not apologetic at all about what she did. She's almost kind of like going into this like I want to say like Chelsea Green hot mess type of psychopath type place as we saw on SmackDown, but I don't want to go that far yet, but I think it's been sneaky good.
Yeah, it's definitely good, and it's great for somebody who, has been on the good side for God knows how many years. So it's great to see her character development, how much she's embracing it.
And someone who, all right, so you have like Bianca Belair, right? You have Tiffany Stratton, you have Charlotte, you have Jade, you have all these very, very powerful, strong characters, and Becky Lynch is probably going to come back at some point too. They found a way for someone who left and who got released, left and came back, and now she's like as strong a character as you could possibly have on a show. To me, speaks volumes of what the creative process in WWE is and how they don't hold grudges. And not that it was her fault that she was gone, but the fact that they brought her back, and now slowly but surely they found something for her to do, and it's fucking perfect.
And I could see her being champion some point during the next year if she keeps on like this too.
Somewhere, some brand,
Yeah, it's like when they turned Bailey. It's like the character refresh that they needed.
I want to see Bailey come back to that music though. I know they just kind of spoiled it with the Roxanne Perez thing, but like I kind of want her to do that again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That was a catchy song.
Great song. The inflatable fucking wacky tube dudes. That was fucking great.
Let me ask you guys this, because it looks like we now have a little bit of dissension in the bloodline as well.
Oh, we got a lot of dissension.
Jacob Fatu is it kind of looks like he's running the fucking show, and you better fall behind him.
Yeah.
Does this work in this stage of? Do we say this stage of the bloodline, or is the bloodline over and done with, and now we're moving on?
I think we still have bloodline. I think that they're doing a great job there, kind of pivoting, right? Because I think Solo was clearly their guy, right? He was the next one up. He was the guy that they were investing in, and they did a great job pivoting to Fatu, because he showed up and fucking set the world on fire. Right, he's been unbelievable, and it's on the mic, it's the fucking character, it's the ring work, which is outstanding, it's the look of the guy, like he is unbelievable. And I don't think when they brought him in, I'm sure that they thought we have a guy on our hands that's a complete stud, an absolute star, but I don't think that they thought he was going to go that quickly past Solo, who they had been building for as long as they have. And they've done a great job pivoting to Fatu. And I want to see Solo and Fatu, but the only problem is like, I don't know if it'll fall flat the way that the Usos did. You know what I mean? And I don't know that Solo, as good as he is, can hang with Fatu in the ring.
So, all right. I think both things can be true, right? Jacob Fatu is awesome. He's a monster. He's tremendous. He came in and took the WWE by storm, probably better than maybe anybody other than like Braun Breaker. And even Braun Breaker's probably cooled off a little bit. But like, I don't want Solo's performances to be lost in this shuffle, because Solo has been bringing a game after a game after a game every week. It's just like you said, HK, like, sometimes you have to make a choice. They're both very, 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 very good, but just Jacob Fatu does have, and probably because he's newer and he's got that raw animal like attitude, whereas Solo we've seen be like the Godfather-ish type character. So like people gravitate more towards like for lack of a better term, like a brawler, that as opposed to like somebody with clout. So like I think Solo has been brilliant, and I think Jacob Fatu has been probably just as good.
Yeah, I think.
Matt, do we get this match at Mania?
I don't know, because I feel like they are pushing this kind of towards Jacob. I would do this match at Mania, but there's a reason why I work on a pizza truck and not in the wrestling industry, because it seems like
salient point.
Because we have there's still the U.S. titles involved with Braun and Jacob, and I don't like, because it seems like that's what they're going to do with the IC title too. I don't like the multi-man matches for titles, but maybe they go in that direction where it's Braun, LA Knight, and Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title, where LA Knight doesn't get pinned, but he still loses it. So then you can kind of do Jacob Fatu and LA Knight coming out of Mania. I really don't know. I think, if we want to upset the apple cart, like, what's more upsetting to the bloodline than Jacob showing up with a fucking title before Solo Sikoa has a singles title, right?
Well, I mean, Solo recused himself from the U.S. #1 contender tournament for Jacob, so it's not like he's above that. So, like, that happened. Like, he let Jacob take his spot.
Right, but now Jacob's, like, literally taking a spot, like, fall behind. Like,
right,
we're doing this my way or the highway.
So I got one, and maybe this wouldn't work because it would be WrestleMania weekend, but not WrestleMania. What if they still have the Andre Battle Royal? What if the Andre Battle Royal comes down to the two of them? Solo says, "Okay, I moved out of the way for you. Now it's your turn to move out of the way for me." And Jacob tells him, "Go fuck himself."
That's
how we get the split.
I would love to see that if the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is on Mania, not the night before. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see that on the Mania card. That would be fantastic.
But what you can do is you could do that the night before or the pre-show and then follow it up with something else that night, like on the actual Mania card. But I think, like, creatively, like, that makes a whole lot of sense to me. And you could follow it up with something more important, especially with, WWE. They're huge on showing what had just happened. So like they could get away with that and then follow it up on the main card. But there's still life after WrestleMania, right? Like, WrestleMania is not the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can, maybe they don't have a match at Mania. Maybe it is the multi-man thing that Matt mentioned, which is silly because even 2-man matches are multi-man matches, but like a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, and then you can build, because you saw shows after, so like. So you don't have to end this at Mania. You don't have to do this at Mania, especially when it's an overloaded, massive 2-night event.
Yeah. Well, and look what they're doing with SummerSlam now. Like, SummerSlam has gotten, you always look at the big four, right? But as far as the big four, SummerSlam has really become that second one.
Is SummerSlam 2 nights?
SummerSlam's SummerSlam's moving to 2 nights. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're doing a lot with SummerSlam as well. So that's something that you could build into SummerSlam.
And that's here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Scott George hits us with a Fatu faces Strowman, last man standing on Friday. I think we get the split then if Solo costs Fatu the match.
Maybe I'm just a sucker because I love the bloodline so much. Like, I never want it to end. Like, I don't even care. Like, who's in it? Like, bring up, like, Lance. Like, bring Tangaloa comes back. Like, bring Signzilla. Like, I don't want the bloodline to ever end, and I want them to.
Hikaleo!
What the fuck is Hikaleo? There you go.
Were you guys
entering Bloodline Silver and Black right now? Or
yeah, I want Bloodline 2000.
Yep.
We mentioned a little when we started talking WWE how they've been doing such a great job of giving us little breadcrumbs, right? Were you surprised to see SmackDown start with Cody, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre? Because Randy went right at, he said, "Look, I'll tell you right to your face, I'm not going to kick you in the balls. I want my 15th title reign." So are we jockeying Cody, Randy for maybe post-Mania?
Yeah. To me, it's not that it's long overdue, but I'm surprised it hadn't happened yet.
Well, Randy was hurt for a while.
No, but when he came back, I thought it was inevitable that Randy was going to turn heel and fuck with this instead of like the Kevin Owens spot. I thought it was going to be like Randy Orton, and I really thought that we were going to get Cody Randy at Mania, but then John Cena, whatever. So no, I'm excited for that again post Mania.
Yeah. That's one of the exciting things about Mania. Like, obviously, we're all excited for the card itself and what's going to happen and how they're getting there. But like, that's part of the excitement of, I guess, what you call the WrestleMania season. Because to me, it's like that. It's a turn of the page. Like, now we start the road to the next. You know what I mean? To the next one, and it's almost like it's not necessarily always like a hard reset. But there's always something kind of reset, something new that's going to happen coming out of it, man. That's such a good time. Double T, I can't believe you didn't watch Mania for how long you did.
I mean, come on, those Manias.
No, you got to watch Mania.
Nope, some of those Manias were fucking horrendous.
Amazing.
See, and this is why, right?
Here we go.
Just know.
This is why.
When I pick homework, I usually pick something way outside of your comfort zone in particular because you're so fucking blinders on.
I don't got fucking blinders.
The WWE Network.
You wait for my next. You wait for my fucking next homework. All right, I'm gonna blow it smooth up in your ass. Open your ass, buddy.
Let me watch another Hulk Hogan NWO match.
I didn't pick any Hulk Hogan NWO match
yet.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
You picked Hogan.
Yeah, that's a classic though. That's a great one. But this guy, every WrestleMania is fantastic. Yeah, when fucking Snooki was in a fucking match at WrestleMania, was it awesome?
I'll tell you this, shocked the hell out of me. She's a lot better than I thought she would.
Horse shit garbage. Horse shit garbage.
I was surprised. I
actually almost picked homework from NWO Sold Out 97. I didn't though.
Oh God.
Here's the thing though. I know what you're capable of, KJG. I know you could go to a WrestlePro, you can go to an Evolve show, you'll dip your toes in some other things. Right? You're not fucking blinders on. If it's not on the network, I'm not watching. You had to watch this match in Japanese.
Kevin doesn't dip his toes or shit with the door open.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
I think they do.
Have to do with your closed-minded wrestling.
I don't got a closed mind. Mine's wide open.
No, it's not.
Get ready. Get ready for next time. I got homework, buddy. Gonna bend over and smooth one in you. Smooth up in you.
Just don't forget when it's your turn. I
like your Bullet Boys reference.
Sorry, I don't know. Were they on the top 100 chart? I don't close my blinders.
I don't know. You have shitty taste in music too, so.
Blow it out your ass. I have shitty taste in you. Oh, you're something else today.
Music?
What was that?
Yeah.
Writing that one down.
Music, like the cow.
Yeah. Were you?
Yeah, that was the joke, KJG.
Oh no, I just had to explain it for Scott George.
Well, can I just ask a question? And Brundo, you deserve this, Brundo, for what you did to me Thursday. Do you know how to not fucking yawn into the microphone during a Bay Ragni interview?
I was closing my mouth. I've been up since 5 a.m. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, when we asked you to be a wizard, we didn't tell you always had to be here, okay? I mean, maybe it was a boring interview, but whatever.
I was very entertained.
Yeah. It was a joke. Just a joke. I love Bay. He was fantastic. I know, Hans. Now, did you go back, Handsome Kevin? You go back to work today after your near-death experience?
Oh yeah, I was in the office today.
All right.
What?
Well, I was going to ask how you felt about the John Cena Cody Rhodes promos today on Raw, but you were like, some of us have to work.
Yep, that's a really good impression of me, Double T.
I've been practicing.
Fucking nailed it, man.
I listened to a lot of audio to pull clips. So.
Attaboy.
Just of this, I can't listen to the Year of pod.
Wait, what?
A lot of dick in that promo.
A lot of dick in the promo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was 2 dick references.
Yeah.
Okay. Dicks. Big dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody called John Cena a piece of shit too.
Okay.
You're still my hero, but you're a piece of shit.
And then John Cena responded with, "You have feces in your fucking thigh. You have feces."
Wait, are you doing Double T's impression of me?
I know. I'm doing.
Are you impersonating Double T? Impersonating me?
No, I was doing the worst John Cena impression ever recorded on air.
What did he actually say?
He said feces instead of, and Cody calls him a piece of shit. That he responds with, "Oh, but your feces."
Hey, feces in your head.
Yeah, you're instead of facts, you're filled with feces.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great promo battle, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man.
Yeah, it was good. Both
was real
held
good.
held their own.
Yeah, John Cena said a lot of fucking funny shit. Cody Rhodes said, "Fucking, I make money for billionaires. You steal money from their kids," is what John Cena said to Cody Rhodes. Holy shit, that was funny.
A very vague, but not so vague Vince McMahon reference.
Yep. You were handpicked by the guy we can't talk about.
Jeez, Lou.
John Cena leaving the ring and said, "You could say a lot of," Cody said, "You could say a lot of things about me, but they never chanted, 'You can't wrestle' to me."
Brilliant. After all that they had already said, to close it with that was so fucking good.
Cody kind of finally is like, "You were the one that sided with The Rock," although we haven't really. I know that's been like a thorn in KJG's side. We still haven't figured out why, but I think they're getting there.
This was the best. This is the best that they've done since the turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah, that was great. The stuff with the Usos and Gunther was fantastic.
I love it. Jimmy
that
his role perfectly.
Yeah, I think that's the juice that this lights a fire under Jay's ass to go win this title. Like, this was good. This was really good. I didn't really care for the main event. It felt clunky to me.
There was what the fuck was it in this main event that made me like go out of my mind nuts? Did Rhea do like a fallaway slam from the top rope or some shit like that? That was like
yes,
insane. If you're in the chat, please let me know, because I literally just watched it. Obviously, I watched it today, but there was some sort of fucking spot where Rhea did like a Scott Hall, or like, no, it may have been a Samoan drop from the top, and then she like kind of just like flipped right over. A lot of false finishes, a lot of close finishes. It was I didn't hate this match, Matt. To be honest,
I didn't hate it. It just felt like clunky to me, and I don't think we really got like I think inevitably we're getting a three-way dance, but like I still feel like.
Do you think maybe that more of the story was Bianca centric as opposed to match centric?
Yeah, I think that's a good call, Kev.
Yeah, I think the whole the red herring in this was Bianca as the ref, as opposed to them fighting for the belt, which is unfortunate, to be honest with you, because it's a championship rematch. But sometimes you just got to roll with the punches, and like I said, we're on the road to WrestleMania, and there's 2-3 weeks left, so we'll see. I enjoyed Raw for the most part, just about everything.
Yeah, look, the Judgment Day continues to fall apart. Finn is thrilled. Penta takes his first pinfall.
Yeah,
and
that I didn't see coming.
And then Finn's gonna go talk to Adam Pearce, and Liv says she's gonna go talk to Adam Pearce for Dom because Finn has already been beaten by Braun, but Dom hasn't. So
WrestleMania match I never saw coming, but probably should have, is Finn versus Dom at Mania.
Yeah. So we're coming back. We're back in the States next week in HK's hometown. Or state, whatever. I don't know. I mean, your town has like one post office, so you probably would be better off.
It's a sufficient amount for the population of my town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll all be in Minnesota next week.
Well, actually, in the post office is partial laundromat too. It's like a half post office, half laundromat. Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
It actually all makes sense for me.
Laundering
I'm glad,
stuff there.
I'm glad Double T.
Is there anything else from Raw? And Ray Phoenix is going to debut this Friday night on SmackDown.
Whoo! Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could.
You know, I just read an article about fucking Bo Dallas leaving the Wyatt Six to pair him with fucking Alistair.
The Wyatt Six still a thing?
Oh yeah. Yep.
One of them was hurt, which is why they haven't been on TV. But now apparently that whoever it was, I don't think it's ever been revealed. I don't know. One of them was hurt, and now he's okay, or he or she is okay, and they're eventually going to come back. I don't see this as a Aleister Black vehicle.
No, like Bo would leave. I'm out of here. Not with the Wyatt Six and join up with Alistair. It was like one of those weird, like, was it Sports Kita? Is that
God.
Yeah. And I was, you read them and you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But it was one of those ones where it's like, I'm going to throw it at the guys and make sure it doesn't make any fucking sense.
So would it be as Uncle Howdy going with Alistair?
Yeah. I don't know if it's Howdy.
That makes no sense. All right, so
does Alistair believe then, or yeah?
Matt says Bo was hurt. Matthew Birch
just got cleared.
Yeah. So thanks for the update. Yeah. So I guess they're. I mean, that would make sense if the leader of the fucking group is hurt. You can't be on TV all that much.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know where it fits. Oh, and they made AJ Styles Logan Paul official for WrestleMania.
Here for it.
Not here for it.
What is this? What is this? What is it? WrestleMania moment now? What are we doing here?
The immortal moment. That's right.
I guess they're running out of guys to put in, throw in a match instead.
No, they have not. If Savio's not in and they're putting a match in before Savio, that's the problem I have with it. Not putting a match in, but the fact they're putting a match in before Savio's in.
All right. Well, I'm not arguing about the Hall of Fame again. Especially fucking Savio Vega. Jesus Christ.
Motherfucker, look at his accomplishments.
And like his whole entire wrestling career, yes, but not in WWF. Yeah, like you fucking are watching Savio Vega TNT matches. It's not on the network. You're not fucking watching it.
Entire career. Whole career.
They got an Antonio Inoki in there. What do you have, like 5 matches in WWE? Stan Hansen, guys like that. So you could throw Savio in for something like that. Full-on career.
Well, what's the match thing? You kind of alluded to like the TKO tie-in. Like it's just goofy.
It's UFC's been doing it now. They've been inducting, and they're during their fight week they have a Hall of Fame, and they've been inducting fights into their Hall of Fame. So this is straight out of the UFC TKO playbook. So now moving on to WWE, and now obviously TKO owns WWE, and it's I don't know. I figured it would happen sooner or later.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was going to happen now, and I guess I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think now was going to be the time, but here we are.
It's not the first time that they've broached this proposition. Like they were talking about putting the entire WrestleMania 1 event in the Hall of Fame. And they pretty much did it without doing it by inducting like everyone in the same fucking year in that Hall of Fame. So it's not like it's
from the main event. I mean, let's
All right, so that's still a match, right?
No, but fucking Buddy Rose isn't going in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
no, all right. So, all right, but we're still comparing the same thing. We're comparing match to match.
I don't know, man. I mean, it is what it is. It's not a hill I'm going to die on. I think it's just to sell fucking tickets because you can say Brett and Austin are going to be there.
And they're going to be on the stage at the same time, probably. It's a fucking money grab. But I tend to lean towards you, Matt, in terms of this, where I just think it's just like, all right, like I'm not overly impressed by it, as big of a Bret Hart mark as I am. Like I'm like whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like UFC, like those are real fights, right? Like that's like, you put two great guys in the ring. Of course, you think they're gonna have a fucking monumental match. I cut you off. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now this match had a special guest referee, Shamrock, there for this. Because
where the fuck's Ken Shamrock?
No.
He was very.
He might go in. He might go in on his own. He might go in this year too.
Ken Shamrock greater than Savio Vega.
No.
Yep.
No.
Ken Shamrock held singles gold in WWE. Savio Vega did
gold.
Nah. Nope. Savio.
Shamrock had championship. Shamrock main evented, even though Savio kind of did too at that.
King of the Ring, Ken Shamrock. Runner up, Savio Vega.
Yeah, Savio. Just because Savio Vega filled in at a part of DX for one pay-per-view,
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Main eventer.
Boricua!
The Boricuas were shit, dude.
You're shit.
The most disappointing moment of SummerSlam 97 that we got the Boricuas in DOA and not the Nation of Domination in DOA. Like, what the fuck? Like, the two lesser than stables are fighting in a match on a pay-per-view, and the big stable's not.
I'll tell you what, if Steve Austin shows up at the WWE Hall of Fame with Poncho and Macho, I'm all in. You got me. No, it's cats.
Oh. Thought there were more valuable Guerreros than Chavo.
Chavo making his in-ring return at Impact.
I saw that. He looked good.
I would hope so.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Some people don't.
That's fair. That's a good point. We got AEW Dynasty is this weekend, guys.
There is.
We got a couple matches that are already announced. Jesus Christ. Tony Storm, Megan Bayne, John Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Omega, Ricochet, Mike Bailey, Death Riders against Rated FTR, Chris Jericho against Bandito in a title versus mask match, and Daniel Garcia, Adam Cole, TNT Championship match. No time limit, no interference. TV was not bad this week. I'm going to say that.
So I did not see Collision. I only watched Dynamite. So,
Collision.
I saw the Tony Storm promo on Collision. That was pretty good.
That opened the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Look, they did. I thought they did a fine job on Dynamite. Setting things up. Kenny Omega, squishes Blake Christian. He cuts his promo. We get all the guys, whatever. I thought Kyle Fletcher, Brody King was awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Takeshita Mark Briscoe was fucking great. Megan Bayne getting a pinfall on Tony Storm.
They have a rocket strapped to her ass.
Oh, dude, you took the words right out of my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Strong show, man. Strong show. Is it inevitable that FTR Bald turns on? Like, I don't understand why we're splitting up FTR.
100%. Makes no sense.
It's gonna go over like when they tried to split up LOD. Nobody.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec.
What about the Acclaimed?
Are they? This is just, I don't know. Just a thought. I don't know if they're going to get there or not. But with a Christian's family not really being there for them.
Yep.
Are we going to get to some weird fucking Dax and Christian, or are we going to work to Edge and Christian versus FTR?
The latter.
Yeah. That's you know what? I didn't even think about that. That's a great pull. All the signs are pointing to Dax doing the turn, but what if Edge is the guy that turns on FTR?
Yeah. I wish I didn't think of that. All right.
I mean, it's. I think we're gonna get Christian as a babyface and Edge as a babyface, and just gonna go out on their last hurrah as a tag team, and they're gonna beat FTR. I think that's where we're going.
All right.
Tis what it is.
I like it. Look, man, for the if they're gonna have a small run, I mean, they did it with the Hardy Boys. And that was fun, and now the Hardy Boys are having a great time in TNA.
Hell yeah, man.
It'll be interesting. Look, War Hero. What's up, War Hero? He says Edge helps Mox against Swerve.
Nah, if anything, Hangman's getting involved in that.
Yeah.
They put a little spoon in that porridge on Dynamite.
Yeah. They got those fucking Owen Hart cups are
fucking. This is gonna be
loading them up.
This is gonna be probably the best ones that they have, and like you don't know who's coming out of these. Anybody can. Yeah,
I do think. Because I've seen some of the Athena matches in Ring of Honor, right? I think she's like super duper duper talented.
Duper.
Like, because the Ring of Honor women's title doesn't mean anything. Having her though maybe beat Mercedes Moné in the Owen Hart Women's Cup. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, Mercedes Moné's first loss to Athena. Yeah, I don't know.
Athena just has that presence where like she could be off TV for I don't care how long, but when I see her, like I'm like, oh, that's a fucking star. Like,
yeah.
So,
sorry, KJ, didn't mean to step on you there. I just a question comes to mind with Athena that, like, she is. I think when they brought her over, she was probably one of, if not the most talented wrestlers on their roster, AEW or ROH. Why have they been keeping her in ROH? You know what I mean? Like, why is she not in some type of a spotlight? It makes no sense to me.
Maybe that's what she wants.
I don't know, man. Like, there was a good portion where the Athena Billy Starks Minions thing was the best thing on Ring of Honor TV. But man, they fucking like that was the main event of Final Battle 2 years in a row. Right? The first time you really thought like that's when Billy was it 2 years? Now I gotta look it up. God damn it.
Yeah, I can't fact check you on that one.
Let me check it up. But it's like, I don't know. It feels they had something with her and Billy, and then they had that match, but then they just put Billy back with her, and then they ran it back again. Okay, yeah. So it happened at this year's Final Battle, and then it happened at
and Athena was a heel, right? She's a bad guy, right?
Yeah. So 23 and 24. They ran them at both Final Battles.
There you go.
I don't know, man. Like she's so fucking great. And look, the stuff like where Mercedes is like, she can't believe Billy Starks is in the fucking tournament. Who trained her? She's the worst. Like just setting up the Athena appearance. I really hope Athena's the one that pins Mercedes Moné, and we can like move off of her being the TBS champion, and she can go be in the world title picture, or do something else.
What do you think the odds of that are? If you had to peg it right now,
I think Tony Storm Mercedes Moné is all in Texas.
Oh, that's huge.
I think they built Megan Bayne up great, and I think what they did on Dynamite with Tony Storm just being completely like aghast that she couldn't beat Megan Bayne. She threw everything at her, and Megan Bayne still fucking pinned her. And then the stuff Saturday night, like I think Tony Storm finds another gear at Dynasty, because I think it'd be really weird.
Do you think that they, and by they I mean Tony Khan, takes a page out of the, no pun intended, out of the NXT book and have title versus title and have one of them walk out with both, like Stephanie Becker?
No, I don't think that. I don't think.
Or do you think that, like, to Brundo's point, do you think that the Rocket is strapped to Bane, where Bane's going to beat? Oh no, you said Athena. Maybe Bane. Oh no, Bane's not fighting Moné, but Bane's fighting Tony Storm. Do you think that Bane takes the belt off Tony Storm and then Tony Storm wins the TBS championship?
I don't.
I don't. You think it's Athena?
I think it's Athena that beats Mercedes Moné, and I think Tony Storm Mercedes Moné is your match at All In.
God. So would the bloom be off the rose if Athena beats Mercedes Moné before Tony Storm gets a chance to?
Well, if
who says
like, I don't see Mercedes beating Tony Storm. I see that being her first loss, perhaps.
I don't know if it's necessarily like the record to me that matters with who beats, you know what I mean, Mercedes. I think Mercedes is not likable in any stretch of the imagination. So to me, it's more of who's going to take a belt as opposed to that's her first loss. You know what I mean?
I think the story's the exact opposite.
Go ahead.
I think the story is about her first loss. And now if Athena does beat her, which she should and she would deserve, I think that if what Matt is saying is that we do that match at All In, or what is it called?
Texas will be All In. July.
All In.
Yeah.
So if that is the marquee match, which for all intents and purposes, it is the marquee match. Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné is the marquee match. The moment in itself, as opposed to the record, as opposed to the championship, is Toni Storm beating Mercedes Moné.
Right. And I think and I understand what you're saying there, but for me, it's her first loss in AEW. You know what I mean? It's not that at all. It's she is so fucking unlikable that it's taking a belt off of her. You know what I mean? That's the bigger story than it's her first pinfall. You know what I mean? Like that.
I think her star power outweighs the championship at this point, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just fucking don't like her.
Fair.
Like her. You know what I mean?
She's doing her job.
I don't like her because it's not that type. It's not that type of don't like KJG. I just don't fucking like her.
But did you like her when she was in WWE?
Oh. Not really. So there were I think there were spots like she had some great matches. But I was never super big on her just in general. Like for a period of time, you could have probably said she was maybe the best woman in wrestling for a short period of time. And I could recognize her work, but I don't know. There's just something there about the way that she carries herself. There's something about the way she in her promo was gone completely downhill. You know, like we can all agree that her work in AEW is a much distant second compared to her work in WWE. But I was never like, that's my gal. You know what I mean? Ever. But I'm not ignorant enough to say that like she was never one of the top female hands in the business.
It's fair. She's had some great matches in AEW.
Yeah.
But I think her not having the direction with her promos like she did in WWE, it shows in AEW.
Yeah, big time. I just gave her praise last week. Liked her match with Billy. I just don't like her.
Fair. What do you got? AEW. What do you feels about this tag division? This MJF Hurt Business thing, the Hurt Business. We thought it was going to be the Murder Machines. But now we got Big Bill and Brian Keith involved. We got fucking Top Flight and the Crew. Like anybody gives a shit about them. Like what does it all mean to you guys? Give me the sound off like you got a pair.
So I read that Cage was hurt. So it was supposed to be the Murder Machines, but Brian Cage got hurt. So that kind of threw a monkey wrench into their plans there. So Big Bill and the Bad Apple are kind of the backup plan at this point. So it's not a bad backup plan, to be honest. Like I think it'll still be a fun match.
It's a terrible backup.
Oh, we could have been way worse.
No, what? No, I would have taken either of the teams that Matt mentioned. Like, who gives a fuck? Like the Crew and Top Flight easily over Big Bill and Keith. 100%.
I'm a Big Bill guy, so
listen, I am mad at you for it. Like, but like, they first of all they should. Don't get me started on this learning tree stuff. I love Keith. I love Big Bill individually. They should never be a fucking tag team. The whole thing was fucking stupid to begin with. And I loved their characters.
I am the learning tree.
Individually, I loved the learning tree thing, even though I ripped it off from dear close personal friend Brian Myers. You have so many good tag teams in AEW. And aren't they? Wait, aren't they both heels too? Like,
yeah.
Like,
I mean, is the Hurt Business really heels though? The crowd fucking loves them.
But they hurt people.
They hurt people, and the crowd's there for it. So, yeah,
they're such like a monster team too. The way that they're building them, I would love to see an underdog team story. I would love to see it. Give me, they get the shit kicked out of them a couple times before they do take the belts off of them in a surprise victory type of a story. I would love to see something like that. I'm a fan of Top Flight. Obviously I know them. They're hometown guys, but they can go in the ring. They really can. So, and I'm not saying use them. I'm just saying give me an underdog team to work from underneath and finally get them. Give me a 2-3 month program to get the belts off of them, that way to establish another team, because like you said, like FTR, right, easily they could be shuffled right back in there and nobody would say 2 words about it, but they're wrapped up with this Edge gimmick, whatever they're doing over there. I love Big Bill, love him. I don't think Big Bill and Mr. Bounty should be together. Now, if you got rid of Mr. Bounty and brought in Enzo, now I'm pumped again. Give me that. I'm horny.
Matt, sorry, HK. I'll direct this to all of you. You know who beats the Hurt Syndicate? The Young Bucks.
The Young
Fuck
Bucks.
that shit.
That's what's going to
You're probably right.
Pass.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Hard pass.
You like, and I don't think they're going to go this route because it feels like it's taking a step back for Kyle Fletcher. But like, Mark Davis kind of helped Kyle Fletcher beat Brody King, and he got a big hug from Don Callis. And like, could we see the United Empire Aussie Open like reform as a tag team? It's kind of a step back for Kyle Fletcher, but
I'd rather see Fletcher and Takeshita get a run.
Yeah, why would you put that much into him as a single just to put him back into it? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
But
I was gonna say, as soon as they said it doesn't make sense, I was like, well.
and the top of the card is it's so crowded. So like, if they can't put him in as a single, if they can't maintain his status as a top guy as a single, it does kind of lend itself to him being back in with Mark Davis.
Yeah, I don't know. And like, they signed Kevin Knight, which is
oh my god, I did see that. What? No one knew who the fuck he was.
As the note said, Black Kevin Knight.
It's been a while.
Was it? And I didn't see that. But was the reaction like when Speedball showed up? Like
worse,
a smattering here and there.
They showed like a couple. They showed like a vignette package of like his accomplishments, and then he had a fine match with Jay White, and he's a super fucking talented kid. But like, at this point, Tony Khan's just collecting action figures. Like it doesn't. Like the next time I hear fucking Tony Schiavone tell us how Hologram is undefeated, I'm going to throw my TV in the fucking street because it doesn't matter. Why are we mentioning this on fucking TV? Hologram's undefeated. He's beaten fucking Blake Christian, everybody from LFI. He has no important wins. Stop.
He's beaten the Beast like 15 times.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to fucking get him up to Goldberg status and have Goldberg come in and beat him? Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, I'm here for there you go. There's Goldberg's retirement. Goldberg hologram.
Like he does, like these guys just don't fit in anywhere.
No.
Yeah. Kevin Knight, welcome to fucking Ring of Honor. Enjoy. You can wrestle fucking Dark Panther. Like I don't even know. Like I didn't even I don't think I need to double check Brundo's notes. Brundo could be making this up right now. All these matches are going on.
Didn't he do that when he first started sending up notes?
Hammerstone losing the title to Micro Man.
Oh, for Over the Top.
Yeah.
Like Dark Panther and Akamura. Fuck. All right, sounds good. I know who Jordan Blue is because I've seen her on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at least there's
Sorry
only
about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches on Ring of Honor versus when they used to do like 16. I'm still not tuning in. Bandito, Chris Jericho, mask first title. Who gives a shit?
No way Bandito loses his mask, does he? Does he win the belt?
Yeah, he wins the belt.
Yeah, you
You can't take his fight. You can't take it. He just came back. Then he got his fucking brain scrambled. Then he took fucking stupid Gravity's mask off. Now they're gonna take the mask off of Bandito.
I still like
Bandito's
Bandito and Keith as a tag team. How about that?
Bandito's got a hell of a mask too. That's a good mask.
It's very unique.
Yeah. But you can't have you can't have Bandito and fucking Brian Keith be a tag team, KJG.
Sure can.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A bandit and a bounty hunter are natural enemies, man. We've been over this.
Keep your enemies close and your
frenemies
closer, whatever. Yeah. Exactly.
No,
Bring in El Desperado for him too.
Be like if you had Big Boss Man and Nails together, it wouldn't work. It's anarchy.
In my Fig Fed, I used to want to hear something great. Back when I was a kid with my Hasbros, you know who was a tag team with Nails to feud with Boss Man? The Mountie.
I like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's right. And then Big Boss Man would have a hodgepodge of tag team partners. Hacksaw, Tatanka.
Oh.
That's
Now we know WrestleMania weekend is a huge weekend. Will you guys be checking out any of the extra curriculum shows that some of the other companies are putting on?
Bloodsport, absolutely. Bloodsport's got me going for this one.
Oh.
Especially
not the Joey Janela senior scramble.
Yeah, I think I may have to check that one out.
The senior scramble?
Yes, you have to be at least 55 years old, and the 6-way will feature Ricky Morton, Doug Gilbert, George South, Tommy Rich, the Warlord, and Action Mike Jackson.
Oh shit!
Maybe I get my long-awaited point in the pool after this one.
Wow,
the Action Mike.
I saw Warlord last summer. Yeah, last summer or no, fall, whatever it was, not too long ago. He still goes in the ring. He still move.
He seems oddly out of place though for some reason.
Yeah,
Even for
yeah.
the Warlord.
I mean, he's still big. He's guys, Jack. Him and Bob Marion making the rounds.
Yeah, well, that's what Joey does. You were saying what? Pete Dunne, Tim Thatcher, Brendo? Is that what you're looking forward to a Bloodsport?
Yeah, that one. Natalie got her match.
Oh, that's right.
They announced something else too. Charlie Dempsey's got a match there. And just the names that they got on there. Too.
Oh, yeah. Future guest, Layla Hurst.
Hell yeah.
Will be taking on Jordan Blade.
I know Timothy Thatcher was on Evolve. Is he signed again?
He's they said he's a trainer for Evolve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Has anyone even watched any of that?
Oh, yeah.
On Tubi?
I watched the first episode just because of, dear good close personal friend Peter Rosenberg on the call.
That girl referee, she wrestles under a mask.
Yeah, Jessica Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her.
That's right.
Anything else we want to talk about before we jump to our homework? We cover everything we needed to cover.
That's good.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Oh my
God.
everyone.
Tony!
Who is that?
Bro, you might want to put a hat on.
Dude,
Yeah,
what
no,
the
my
fuck
hair's
are you
on
doing
my
with yourself?
What's going on, boys?
Hello, Donk.
Yeah, of course, my signal's not going to be great. I just figured I'd chime in. I figured you'd have another hour and a half of show to do. So,
Pretty close.
how's everybody doing?
Great. We're giving the people what they want.
Yeah, always. That's what we do around here on the Shining Wizards Network.
Shining Wizards Network.
Yeah, Handsome Kevin's giving people what they want like 3 times a week.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Matt used to until
Well, you can't be fucking grabbing your cat and making it cry and then put it on social media.
Yeah.
People don't want that.
Yeah. Don't grab your pussy and make it scream.
Yeah.
That's the key for the night.
You wonder why I have so many drops of things you say.
Me? What did I do?
What you just did.
Nah, you didn't hear that from me. Hey, you want me to show you the goods?
Tony, let me ask you a hypothetical question here.
Sure.
If someone forgot that next week was puppet punishment, what would you have done to that person?
Make them do puppets for the entire rest of the year.
Even if that person was your protege?
Well, you forgot it was puppet week, HK?
I have my dates mixed up. I'll have a puppet. No worries.
Don't worry, it's 2 weeks from now, HK.
But no, I had you know how it is. There,
You know what's
Tony.
funny? It's like it's
A lot
funny.
of shit going on, and I just fucking had my shit, had my shit mixed up. Oh, I have it figured out.
You're technically Tony's puppet, so it kind of works out.
Wait, Tony, you missed it. KJG, could you tell him about the tag teams in your Fig Fed and then explain the music joke?
Sure.
You missed a lot.
Really did. I had problems with the intro video. I smashed you for not being here because I hate it. What else? Handsome Kevin has to walk to the Shire next week, so that's why he forgot his puppet.
With only 9 toes?
Yeah. His little fucking tiny feet. Yeah. Polaco Watch was exciting. I'm fucking super excited for this. Super excited.
Oh yeah, we're coming down to the nitty gritty now. What do we got? Like 2 weeks left?
Yeah, buddy.
How many people does he owe money to?
A lot.
Yeah.
What is going on with your hair, dude?
It's long, bro. Hey, did he ever do that Burn Me Up podcast or whatever?
No.
You were tracking? Oh, those fucking tools. Didn't we try to warn them, or did we just say fuck it, let the chips fall?
No, we just followed them, and then so we could keep track of what's going on.
So we pretty much are like accomplices to the Polaco scam at this point.
Well, look, I don't want to go out there and assume, but a tiger can't change his stripes, so. But then he posed you just have to listen to Polaco Watch because he did do a show. There was a show on YouTube that he just did 5 days ago.
Yeah, didn't he do one with Maven? Somebody sent that around, no?
That was not necessarily a show.
Oh, more like a Chris Hansen kind of thing. Like how does she?
Yeah, it'll work. Yeah. Tony.
Wait, work. Wait. KJG still sticking up for a fucking old.
No. I'm not saying he didn't ambush him. It was a planned thing. It was a work. It was scheduled. It was something that they had obviously clearly had planned. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a Chris Hansen thing.
I see also that he hasn't been losing any weight lately. So maybe he's eating all those masks and books that he's not fucking handing out.
Wow.
Books are high in fiber, so.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hey, I got no problem shitting. Can I ship you a fucking kendo stick?
Because Brundo took a page out of your book and he yawned throughout the whole Bay Ragni interview.
Well, in fairness, I mean, it's Bay Ragni. Come on now.
Wow.
What? I'm only following Joel Goodhart's lead from last week. Didn't he say fuck Bay Ragni?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, multiple times.
Fuck that fat cocksucker or something like that. I don't know. I might remember things wrong. I'm getting old, a little.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you showed up and not Magenta.
Nah, he had to leave. He said, "Fuck this. I'm not waiting for Tony to get here."
Oh, so he was at your house.
Yeah, he hangs out here. We got a couple extra couches, places for him to crash.
You'll let that vagrant around your wife and kids, huh?
No, he stays down here.
Kids.
He's like every other fucking pedophile and nonsensical person that we've had in Studio A. Oh wait, do you have a bell? Nobody fucking. I don't have a ding ding ding. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Well, tune in to the April 1 podcast on April 9th as me and Brundo play. Oh yeah, that piece of shit was a guest of the Wizard. Yikes!
Yeah, that list is getting bigger than the fucking list of not fucking bad people.
What do you think is what list do you think is bigger? Hall of Famers or fucking disgusting human beings?
Yeah, probably disgusting human beings. Even if you count the legacy department,
Do you count like David Starr been on 7-8 times. Do you count each show or just
No.
him one at a
But
time?
listen, some of them
Okay.
fall into both categories, like Tammy. So
Do we count former hosts?
Oh, this is what I fucking came back for. Really?
all right, homework time. Let's get to some homework.
I didn't know you were coming. We were going to do homework right now.
I didn't either because I just figured I'd popped in and before I go upstairs and get a shower and comb this luxurious mane that I'm growing, this fucking long pubic hair beard that I have.
You diet, Tony, be honest.
Do I diet? Yes, I've been on a calorie deficit. I'm almost at 200 pounds.
AIDS is a crazy thing, huh?
No, seriously, dude, my jeans were falling off walking around just now. Like,
I was actually going to say that, Tony. You're looking good, man.
I know. Look at my neck, dude. I actually have a fucking neck again. It's not a
Yeah, you
fucking
can see
jelly
it.
roll.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
See that
Tony.
shit? Look at that shit. Yeah,
I see
man.
that shit.
Now, if I press end, if I want to leave, that's not going to end the show, is it? Like, I don't know how to get out of here.
I will remove you.
Get out of here.
All right. And on that note, gentlemen, this was a pleasure. I am hoping to be here for the entirety of next week. But of course, like Vincent Van Gogh said, let's play it by ear.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking loser.
Wait, am I not the host? Can I not kick him out of here?
Where is he? He's still here. I just called him a fucking loser.
How come I can't kick him out of here?
Get out of here.
Edit name, edit headline, edit mic setting. How come I can't kick him out?
He's haunting us.
Can anyone else kick him out? What happened? They fucking took away the thing to boot people?
What's he doing? I can't see him.
Oh no.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. It only allows me to add him to the stage.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can't remove him.
What happens? Hold on, settings. Can I kick him out here?
I gotta add. I had to. This was too good.
You can get rid of me. Back on 74.
Oh,
Hang up on me. I'm going to end the show.
We don't know
I can't. There's no way to. I can't kick you out anymore. No.
Oh, you know why? Because I actually logged in as a wizard. That's why. I'm not a guest. I am a participant.
Please exit the studio. Don't leave the studio.
I did. I was dancing though, and you guys were laughing. It was
I can't
fun.
get rid of you. Hang up. Close the app.
You can't get rid of me. Nobody can get rid of me. I'm gonna cut a promo now. You tried to get rid of me, John Cena. I'm still standing.
I don't like
I don't like
this.
it either.
Let's
I don't
watch showing.
understand. All right, I'm ending the show. Cue the music.
No, this Fuck you. Bye.
Yeah, see you later. I don't know how to leave. I really don't. It does. All it says is end. Like
You might as well stick around for homework, Tony.
wait,
Gotta be like
You don't have to leave studio?
no. That'll.
No, not end stream. Leave
studio. Did you try leave
At the
studio?
bottom.
Was it on there?
no, it just says end. It literally just says Mike Cam guest more, and I click more, and it doesn't. Oh, I could give you guys private chat though. Who wants to private with me?
Close the app.
Tony, everybody.
Yes. Someone please put the homework banner for me. This is probably one of our best new segments on the Shining Wizard Wrestling podcast. And if you are not familiar with it, all the homework assignments are available on YouTube, youtube.com/The Shining Wizards. Brundo, you dropped in our lap. October 1st, 2005, Ring of Honor, Samoa Joe, Kenta Kobayashi. Give us the skinny, brother.
Oh man, so this is probably a match that I'll probably watch more than any other match in history over and over again. This is like my go-to, like I feel like watching a banger match. And this I just can't say enough good things about this. This is what pro wrestling really should be. Between the emotion in the crowd, the emotion in the building, and just like two guys that really are at the top of their game. Like I know Kobashi at the time was kind of starting to fall down or fall, and retire soon afterwards, but he made it feel like it was a main event of a Tokyo Dome or an All Japan show. So, yeah, just an awesome match.
Yeah, no. So this was 19 years ago?
Jeez, yeah, almost 20.
He would have been 37.
Kobashi?
Yeah, he just turned 58 3 days ago.
Yeah, he was a lot of miles on that 37-year-old body. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, he laid it every time he went out there. That was not like if you're not familiar with Kobashi, like that was not like this is a special match, I'm going to turn it up. Like that was every fucking Kobashi match.
Yeah. And I can't remember if it was Joe and Punk or somebody talking about this match. It's like when Kobashi came over, he thought nobody was going to know who he was. He was going to come out and like do like Mr. Fuji spots and shit like that. But they had to convince him like, no, everybody is here to see you. And you are going to be like a big fucking deal. Because he never came over.
So
this was the first time in the USA.
No, it was not.
Well, he was in Harley Race's federation, but that was the day before or the weekend before?
That was the weekend before.
Weekend before, yeah. He fought
Which is wild
Bison Smith.
No, it was
I
God damn it, I just had it. It
was. Or was
not,
it Murdoch?
No, it was a fucking. I don't mean to say this disparagingly. It was like a nobody.
Really?
Like a dude who never like. This is probably the highlight of his career. It was Wade Chisholm.
Jazz Chisholm?
Yeah.
No fucking idea.
He wrestled from 01 to 08. He did one job match on WWE Velocity with him and Dangerous Derek lost to the Basham brothers. And then in 2005, he lost to Kenta Kobashi at WLW on September 24th. So a week before this happened. This weekend that Kenta was in Ring of Honor and that match are the only 3 matches he ever had in the United States.
It's wild.
It's wild. It took me 20 minutes to realize there was no commentary on this.
Dude.
Yeah. They did that. They didn't have it on YouTube, but like right before that, it was still Gabe on commentary. And he said like, this match is special. It's a big match feel. So, I'm going to go out into the crowd and, just enjoy this. And I actually really liked it for that. I feel like this match surprisingly didn't even need commentary. It was so freaking good.
Yeah, no, I was so into it that it was 18 20 minutes in before I realized there's nobody calling the action. Like the crowd was just rabid for this.
Yeah. This is one of those like the crowd just elevates this match so much. Like I'm not comparing it to, a big of a deal as, like Hogan and Rock or Goldberg, Hogan or everything. But like those crowds just took those matches like up a notch. Like even though there's only maybe 1,000 people in Hammerstein, every single one of them was like dynamite for the match.
I'm interested to see what you guys say.
I'll let HK go first.
So first time I've seen the match, I like you, like even now in my head, I was like, no, there was definitely commentary. You know what I mean? Like, because I, for whatever reason, like in my head, I was like, oh, somebody was, and you're right. There was absolutely nobody. I enjoyed the match. There are things that I didn't like, but it's things that I'm not going to like in any match. The fucking, those machine chops, do away with those. I fucking hate him. I'm never gonna like him. And you see it like, and that's the thing. Like you're watching this match, and it's a fucking slugfest, right? And they're doing amazing work. And then they get into that spot where he's fucking playing patty cake on him, and it fucking bothers me. The crowd itself was, it elevated the feel of the match. Right. And even in areas where I was like, okay, everybody just take a breath. Like everybody let things sink in a little bit. Like it seems like the crowd was like, nope, nobody's resting. Nothing's going to sink. We're going to start chanting, something else now. And it was a highly entertaining match. One of the things I really laughed about was Samoa Joe when he walked out. And I was like, fucking look at Baby Joe. Like, look at little Baby Joe. Like, Baby Joe is so young, he's almost in shape. Like, look at that little fucker.
You should watch him in 2001 then.
I've seen
really
some
baby face.
Fucking just little Baby Joe. I enjoyed the match. I can certainly understand like Bruno, your affinity for the match. It's just, and for whatever reason, like little shit like that will just drive me nuts. And it happens so frequently. And it is those fucking, I'm gonna patty cake you. I'm gonna patty cake you. I'm gonna patty cake you. I'm gonna patty cake. And I was like, stop it. And he's not fucking stopping it. And I was like, oh, he's gonna patty cake him so much it's gonna be a cool patty cake. Nope, it's still not cool. Stop fucking patty cake. You know what I mean? But overall, like, thoroughly enjoyable match. Like it was a good watch.
I'll give you, and it's not going to, you feel the way you feel, but for context, I think this is what Brenda was going to say. Like, it's Kenta Kobashi playing the hits, and he's never been in the United States before. Like, now, like, I get it. Like, the back and forth chopping, like, it's overdone to death.
Yeah.
Like, New Japan does it way too much. AEW.
To this day,
like,
it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. But 2005, like, that wasn't happening in the United States. All Japan, they were maybe doing it, but, like, that whole crowd grew up on Kenta, right. Misawa, Kawada. So to see him there, like, yes, you want him to play the hits. And after him and Joe went fucking 20 minutes, like the chops, the machine gun chops probably could have looked a little better, but homeboy was fucking gassed out his balls.
Yeah.
Brundo.
Yo.
And gentlemen, Matthew, HK.
Oh, good fuck government name. Yikes.
I have never had a harder time getting through a wrestling match.
Get out of here, really?
This, I could not get into it. I did not like this match at all. And I can't for the life of me explain why. I just know that I must have stopped and started. I must have watched it 4 or 5 times all the way. Could not get into it.
At least you didn't show up and tell us the dog ate your homework.
Could not for the life of me become invested in this match. I think there was one spot in the match that I was like, all right, that was fucking cool. It was when Kenta went for a back chop and Joe blocked it and hit him with the STO. Like, that was awesome. But other than that, and other than the crowd acknowledging who Kenta Kobayashi was, with and then at the end chanting match of the year, I could not stay invested in this match at all. And to Matt's point, I don't know if it was because there was no commentary, and maybe we underestimate how important that is to a match watching on TV. But this was without a doubt the hardest time I've ever had doing homework and watching it.
You have never seen this match before, then?
No,
right?
so years ago.
Okay.
So it's basically like watching it again it's like watching it for the first time again.
Well, you're saying it maybe be in the commentary, but we watched that dump match and there was no understanding what the commentary was saying at all, and you were into that. You know what I mean? So was that?
I don't.
You know what I mean? I
don't know. I honestly don't know. But all I know is that it was almost impossible for me to watch this match.
Yeah.
But I did, like 3 or 4 times. Because I was hoping like maybe I'll like change my tune. Like maybe all right, it's two of the greatest of all time. Like I have to. Like, there's nothing about me that shouldn't like this, but I don't. Like it was tough. It was really, really, really tough. But
that's fair though. At least you're honest with us, and you're like, "Oh, I fucking loved it." Like I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
Look, and I think that's I think that's part of the homework, right? We bust each other's balls. I mean, Now, KJG, let me ask you this: would you rather watch Joe Kenta or Rock and Roll Buck Zumhoff?
Joe Kenta every single day. I don't want that name ever spoken on this fucking show ever again. And the fact that it is still is a fucking crime.
He shows up all the time. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of cool spots that I enjoyed. Something that I don't think I've ever seen. Kenta has like back control of Joe, and he's like pulling his neck back, and he has a knee in his spine, and he fucking karate chops him right on like the
God.
of his nose.
He did a lot of those.
Fucking awesome.
All right, that was cool. That was cool.
That looked freaking painful too.
He did that a couple times in the match.
Yeah,
like the fucking karate chop, the Great Khali chop.
And we talked about it again. I can't put over enough the apron bump that's going to drop on April 9th that me and Brendo did. But man, if we did it, we recorded the show with Kyle on Sunday, I would have noticed it's either the lighting or the way it's shot. But man, the fucking way the camera catches the sweat that comes off of them when the fucking chops are happening it could be a happy accident. It looks fucking great though.
Yeah, especially that shot or that running Olay chop that Kenta gave Joe, and Joe just flies over the row or flies over. It doesn't look hokey at all, too. It's just that was a thing of beauty. That got me.
Yeah, no, look, man, the energy with the crowd was there. The significance of Kenta being in a Ring of Honor ring, and it was just this weekend. I loved it, bro.
I said too, like you don't see these guys especially at that time. It was a huge deal for these guys to came over because it never happens. Especially those guys, like maybe some of the New Japan guys came over, but none of the All Japan guys ever made it to the States. It's a huge deal.
I mean, I'm glad I watched it. I didn't like it, but I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah, check it out. Check it off. You know what you don't like. You tried it.
Yeah.
So many times.
Any last words on Kenta Joe? Does it live up to the hype? 2005 Wrestling Observer Match of the Year.
I believe it.
Right in Uncle Dave's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Boy, you're
if
gonna
it was in the Tokyo Dome, it'd be 6 dicks up for him.
You're gonna give me the homer call here, but 2005, Ray Eddie ladder, right?
Are you asking us or telling us?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Well, you said match of the year, and I'm going. 2005 was a pretty prime year. That's some good stuff in 2005.
I mean, there was a lot of good stuff in 2005.
Yeah, the Wrestling Observer. This is right in fucking Uncle Dave's wheelhouse.
Right.
I'm sure it wasn't PWI match of the year, so
I mean, if you look, so just for a little context, it just in the 2000s, 2000 was Atlantis Viano 3, 2001 Muda Tenru, 2002 Benoit and Angle against Edge and Mysterio, and then here comes the Noah Ring of Honor run. 2003 Kobayashi Misawa, 2004 Kobayashi Akiyama, 2005 Kenta Joe, 2006 Dragon Kid Saito and Horiguchi against Sema Masato Yoshino and Naruki Doi.
That was Ring of Honor also.
Yep.
Yeah.
2007 was Morishima, Bryan Danielson, and then we get back to the WWE. They control 2008 to 2011.
So 2005 for PWI match of the year, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, WrestleMania. And it's hard to argue against that one.
So let me ask you this. This is voted on, right? This isn't Dave Meltzer awarding it, right? It's voted?
Correct.
Yeah. So the fact that Kurt Angle has 2 match of the years and never got a 5-star match from fucking Meltzer.
Well, no, Kurt Angle was PWI match of the year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he had the 2002 match of the year.
Yeah, but he still never got a 5-star match. It was voted match of the year.
It's the one man's opinion. And somehow it became fucking the gospel.
Yeah, it really is fucking scary how that is.
Now
like,
it's Now it's just get off your cloud or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Get off my
Get
lawn.
off the cloud, not my
Yeah,
cloud.
there you go. Old man
The
yelling at cloud.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
You got there.
So KJG, the ball is in your court, buddy. What are you assigning us for homework?
All right. So there was a kind of a big story that we didn't talk about, and I'm kind of glad we didn't because it involves my homework, and that is Homicide wrestled his last match last week. I believe it was last Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, whatever it was last week. And I went down this rabbit hole of Homicide stuff, and everyone thinks I'm going to do Homicide Daniel Bryan or Homicide Ring of Honor stuff. I went a different direction because I wanted to find a match that I thought was equally as good, but for a different company. So we are going back to 2009. We are going to TNA. We are going to Turning Point 2009. Homicide versus Amazing Red for the X Division Championship. The match is available on YouTube, so just go ahead and look for it. I'm sure it's available on TNA Plus too. But Homicide versus Amazing Red. This is when Homicide is in World Elite. I don't know if you guys remember that stable of people from Canada, Japan, Mexico.
I don't think I've thought of that stable since in 20 years since you mentioned it.
And so when I went into this match, I was not expecting what I got out of it, and you'll understand why completely when you watch it. But it's still a very fun match, and there's a little Easter egg in there for you guys the entire match. So
remind me of the timeline here. Is this when Amazing Red came back, but how deep into his comeback is this?
I didn't do that big of a deep dive into it.
Okay.
But I do know that this is 2009 Turning Point. I watched it today. It was fun. It was definitely fun.
I always liked Amazing Red.
I think you guys would get a kick out of it. Two former guests of the show. Very much like them both. So and Homicide has called it a career, and I thought this was a nice little unique match off the repertoire of Homicide.
I dig it. This is a great choice.
All right,
big fan of both guys.
To answer your question, HK, this Turning Point took place November 2009, and Red was back at the April 30th episode of Impact. He teamed with Suicide to wrestle the Motor City Machine Guns in the Team 3D Tag Team Invitational Tournament.
Okay. And his comeback didn't last long, did it?
He was there till 2011.
Oh boy, longer than I thought.
So almost 2 years.
You know that I just found out, boy, what was it, last Friday, that I still am paying for an Impact Plus subscription. I had no idea. It's been 2 years. I fucking thought I had canceled it.
Is that for the podcast you got?
Yep.
You want to talk about, great. I know we would argue about Hall of Fame all the time, but Amazing Red could be a TNA Hall of Famer.
He should be.
No.
That may be Hall of Famer this year.
So before we pull this train into the station, we do Dark Side of the Ring came back. And the first episode, kickoff season 6. Is that where we are? Mick, Hell in a Cell. I mean, I don't know what, I know KJG, you said you didn't watch it. I don't, it's worth checking out, but there's nothing earth shattering. I think it's more about Mick Foley and what he decided to do to his body, like for Hell in the Cell and after, and the consequences he has to live with and his family has to live with.
Yeah.
I think the Hell in the Cell was just like a gateway to.
It was the portal to
what the situation that Mick is in now and the condition that he's in.
They spent a little time with like on the Rock I Quit match too, and
that to me that's more devastating than the Hell in a Cell, to be honest with you. And it's funny. I think the irony is like the Hell in a Cell is a gimmick for the story, right? Like it's a storyline gimmick, like a cage, and to me that is it's still to this day it's a gimmick for the story of Mick Foley. And the ear.
So I love Mick Foley, right? Love Mick. I got the Mankind tattoo. If you're familiar with the Hell in a Cell and all that kind of stuff, you're probably not going to learn anything new by watching it. But watching it, I found it to be enjoyable, even though like nothing was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, or this is new, or anything like that. The one thing from the episode that really stuck with me was listening to his daughter talk about him seeing the cage in the WWE archives and like breaking down and crying. That was something that I did not expect. And it kind of gave you another layer to who I guess Mick is as a person that you don't really get to necessarily see. He's very open about his challenges that he's facing now, which is unfortunate. But again, if you're watching it just to go, I want to learn something new about the dark side of the, like, you're not going to learn anything new. But it is 100% worth the watch, especially if you're a Foley fan.
Yeah, and Matt, like a lot of these shows, like the A&E shows, like the Rivals and like the docs that A&E does, just like Dark Side of the Ring, unless you're really into the weeds on like a fucking Matt Bourne like character, like those are like the ones that like you don't know about, but like Mick Foley, like Bret Hart for Shawn Michaels Rivals, like like, you're gonna know pretty much everything about. The same thing with the McMahon, HK, same thing with the McMahon that you're watching right now. There's some stuff that you don't know, but most of it is like, it is what it is,
And I think that with like when you mentioned the A&E and like the Rivals, this Dark Side piece seems more like it could have been an edgier A&E piece versus a Dark Side piece. You know what I mean? So
which basically is what Dark Side is, to be fair. Like the Dark Side is an edgier.
Well, I mean, like from the perspective of like Dark Side will get into the shit. And like this
and they want to have like Cody Rhodes and JBL talking about it. They'll have like
and you could have slapped this on A&E and with a different narrator, and you wouldn't have been the wiser.
One thing I liked about this too is all the different like views of the match you got from, JR being the commentator, Briscoe being the guy in the back, hearing everybody, Corderis watching it on the monitor, Snow, and then Foley himself. Yeah, Francois, the guy that comes out to save him. His wife watching it from home. Like you got everybody's view basically on this match, so there was like no stone left unturned.
Yeah, Dark Side does a good job with the talking heads, and they can't all be you got to throw season 6, you got to throw something out there that people know. Hell in a Cell, Mick Foley's a pretty recognizable face. I am fucking so excited for next week. The fucking Ludwig bro, the fucking promo of him with his fucking exit only ass tattoo and Jim Cornette losing his mind.
Hilarious.
I'm fucking sold. I'm so fucking sold. I cannot wait for this.
That promo was so hilarious. Tattoo it so people know don't go fuck you up the ass. So, have you seen that yet, Rondo KJG?
No.
Oh, no. I sent it to Double T. It was me. Yeah.
What, the trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to I I go in fresh. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's fucking hilarious, man.
God damn. It's fucking, that's like a 2, I don't know. It's great. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
Like Ludwig Borg is something I'm excited for. I'm excited to see where they go with Eddie Gilbert. The Tony Atlas stuff, obviously we always joke, like we joked with Joe Goodhart last week about the foot stuff, but like, have you got to the grab my pecker part in the Vince McMahon doc? There's more to Tony Atlas than the foot stuff.
No, what's funny too is like there's different things that has made me chuckle watching this McMahon documentary. Just chuckle. That was one. Grab my pecker. You're what? Becca. Yep.
Telephone.
My Becca.
Anybody got a telephone?
And when he was like, "Who are you going to complain to?"
Was he wrong?
He was not wrong at all.
Well, goddamn, this has been a fucking hoot tonight, fellas. Puppet extravaganza punishment next week. Ludwig Borga, Dark Side of the Ring. We got Kate's Corner next week. Hopefully Tony's back with us. So I mean, we're gonna have a good time. Special thanks to Bay Ragni for joining us to talk Rasslecon. Yeah, no guests next week, just Kate's Corner and us.
I may have a special run-in guest for Borga, but it's all about his schedule. We'll see.
It's all about his countrymen.
Yes.
All right.
Varuk Bakun.
Yeah, Varuk Bakun, right? What the fuck was
Production of the Shining Wizards Network. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
We're going to thank those that support us over at our Patreon. Executive producer Manny Cazzo, producers Kate Hensler, Mac Garifo, High Five Tom, Kathy Homer, Michael Hammond, Keith Parker, Ryan Schlong, Alday, William Mercer Jr., Scott George, Jesse Elwell, Emily Brock, I Young Biscuits.
No, this is kind of weird. Gwen Stefani, will you pee-pee on me?
Well, horny. Gotta go. Have you ever been in that fucking position before?
How much of amazing she made that work. We asked for you to have
100%.
body wash and shampoo as well. Deodorant.
Deodorant.
This is the worst take you've ever had ever. And that's what you say when you get angry.
Are they like candy babies? Don't feel good about yourself.
We're cutting your time, kid.
Perhaps kick a small person in the face. I'm bringing back cocksuckers. I think that's a good one. Don't fucking shake your fucking head at me. Queen Amandala or Stinkso McGinkso.